Yeah, welcome to Dancing with a Robot. I just finished a game where I apparently stuffed my childhood friend in, well, not childhood friend, my childhood sweetheart in the fridge. And that was really short, but here, I'm playing another dating sim. So this game is actually, created by, the same person who made the Caleb and Silas dating game. I'm looking at chat right now on my screen. I think that's fine. The exit's not gonna appear once I start. But this is created by, how do I say this again? khywae, who made the Caleb and Silas dating sim that I played like a few days ago. So this is I think one of their first games. So I'm actually really interested how this is gonna go. There's also like 3 endings, and I saw the art. I saw a bit of the art. It looked really good, so I'm kind of excited how this is gonna go. Oh. Every time I click off it, the sound is gone, but yeah. Let me just adjust my screens a bit, because everything's kind of like a little weird on my side. Oof. Ooh. Okay. Let's do... No. How am I gonna do this? I don't want to do this full screen because it's kind of weird. Let's see, can I move this a bit? No. Okay, so this is just gonna be weird for me. It's fine. I handled it. Okay, I guess let's just start. Enter name. Bert. Welcome, Bert. How do you wish to be addressed by, she... We're all set. Gorgeous. Oh yeah, the fun fact, if you played Undertale, METTATON, like, mentions you as gorgeous. Under a bright pink cherry blossom tree, a humanoid robot goes down on one knee in front of a human Roman. By the way, can you hear me or is the music too loud? I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's METTATON. It's a METTATON dating sim. His hair sways in the wind as he begins to speak. I love you. Since the day I met you, you've brought so much light into my life. I cannot hold these feelings inside my chassis anymore. Your phone rings and you groan, prying your eyes from your laptop screen for a moment to search for an object. Try to lower the volume a bit. Up the game a little bit. Okay. Let's do this. Is this better? I lowered it a little bit. And right in the middle of the climax. Oh, Robotron, I love you too! The woman begins to cry and hugs the robot melodramatically. I knew nothing could separate us. Not even a premature oil leak. You stop searching for your phone and look back at the screen, chuckling at the choice of words. Wow. The phone keeps ringing, and you tisk as you grab it, finally answering the call. The couple on the screen is now crying in each other's arms. Hello? Hey Bert, it's me, Emmett, this new secretary. Oh hey, what's the matter? You turn back to the laptop screen, where the couple are making out as fireworks blow up in the distance. Damn it, you missed the beginning of the kiss scene. There's a meeting. Now, Robotron's carrying the woman in his arms as T's legs turn to the rockets. Bert, are you still there? You blink and pause the video as you can't concentrate on the call. Yeah, sorry. I was watching the new show on Channel 12. Oh, the new show. They've already outdone themselves, right? He chuckles as you look at the paused video, now stopped at a still of Robotron's Ew! I'm not sure the boss will be very happy about that. You think? A chuckle leaves your mouth as you imagine your boss's reaction. The new show is clearly a bad imitation of your style. Oh, the boss is our boss is METTATON? Emmett snorts and then clears his throat. Well, I actually called to tell you that you've been summoned to a meeting. You furrow your brows at the unexpected information. A meeting? When? Now. Really? Right now? Looking at the clock in the far back of the dance studio, you sigh. You still have a few minutes before your break is over. Who called the meeting? The boss himself. Mettaton. Oh god. Wait, this is gonna be a oh no. I don't like romance stories where you date your boss. I don't like them, especially the CEO ones. I don't like the power dynamic. Sometimes like most romance stories that I've seen when it comes to like dating your CEO, there's like a power dynamic. Usually there's a power dynamic between the two, and I don't like that. You arrive at the meeting place on time, but the boss isn't there yet. Your co-workers keep whispering between themselves, wondering why he called a meeting on such short notice. Only some of the managers of each sector of the MTT enterprise are present. You greet them as you get in and sit on the chair beside Diana, who's eagerly waiting for you. Her silver hair is a beautiful mess like always. Her hair does not look messy. What are you talking about? It's like, kind of like straight down. That does not look messy at all. Do you have any idea what's happening? No clue. She sighs and goes to ask another new arrival when you watch her with amusement. Diana's curiosity always gets the best of her. She's the manager of fashion design, one of the big sectors of the company. Some of the others include music, finances, publicity, and choreography. You're responsible for the latter. You have been working with METTATON for 2 years now, and in your senior year of your college dance major, the human world was shaken by the sudden news that monsters would now live on the surface. Oh, so this is the aftermath of Undertale, okay. You had heard stories about monsters and how they used to live in harmony with the humans in the distant past, but that's all you thought they were, stories. But then monsters were everywhere, and people couldn't ignore them anymore. The child ambassador, Frisk! Yo, Frisk mentioned, was the one responsible for mediating the negotiations between the monsters and humans. They made it possible for monsters to begin to integrate within the human world. It was then that the human world got to know Mettaton. The boxy robot took the entertainment industry by storm and began to quickly gain popularity among humans with his YouTube videos doing an Undertale dating sim. Yeah, there's probably multiple. This is the only one I know, though, on the itch.io. You were delighted by his humor and charisma and decided to make your final college choreography project about him. You know, honestly, a dating sim about Mettaton is pretty fitting for him, though. A tribute, if you will. Some of your professors hadn't approved of your choice, the prejudice clear in their words as they evaluated you. Not even 2 days had passed before you received a call asking if you were interested in meeting Mettaton. You thought it was a prank, but you jokingly agreed anyway. Only a second later, someone knocked on your door, and it was the robot himself, unmistakably in his boxy form. He then asked your astonished self if you wanted to be his choreographer. He said he saw you, very glamorous. His words, presentation, and that it was exactly what he wanted for his own shows. You agreed, and your life changed drastically as you began to work for Mettaton. His popularity grew fast, and after a year, he got his own primetime show, broadcasted every weeknight. Oh my god! He's a celebrity! At first, most people were hesitant, but they soon accepted the boxy robot and his shows, and you got to use his charismatic and dramatic personality in your life, and the caring way he treated his fans and employees. Maybe too used to it. The door slams open, briskly taking you away from your thoughts. Oh my god, it's him! Hello, darlings. I don't know what voice to give him. When Tom poses in the doorway with his okay, his bright smile almost blinding you. Okay. Did you miss me? Your coworkers cheer and you chuckle. He has his office clothes on, but that doesn't mean it's any less flashy. They did put yes, they did! As he enters the room, some coworkers can't help but swoon at the sight of him. He has the effect on both people and monsters, and it's obvious in his expression that he loves it. Okay, this is kind of loud on my side. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit. Okay. I'm ecstatic to see all my lovely managers here. As he glances at you and winks. You smile back at him. You wink as well in response, and he grins, seemingly satisfied with your reaction. So, darlings, the reason for this impromptu meeting is quite simple. I'm sure you all were well aware of the show Channel 12 just aired. You don't like it, do you? Oh, no, never mind. He grins, but his eyes flash bright red for a split second. He clears his throat. The very pathetic attempts of imitating me are getting irritating to say the least. We need a new performance for the next Me weekend, one that will show them the real MTT show. He looks at the stunned employees. I'm all ears, darlings. After a moment of silence, people raise their hands in a rush and begin to talking over each other, trying to get METTATON's attention. You sigh, pinching the bridge of your nose. It's always like this. You could make a play with bright pink costumes. METTATON waves his hand, scrunching up his face. That's just too obvious. My MTT, the movie 31, was all about that. I want something new, darlings, come on. A new lights, camera, METTATON challenge. Diana shakes her head, leaning close to the person to whisper. It needs to be a performance. Oh. You got that wrong, dude! Oh my gosh. In the middle of the chaos, chaos is spelled wrong, you look out the window, watching the buildings shine under the morning light. Your eyes widen slightly when an idea crosses your mind. Looking back at the commotion, everyone is still talking over each other. Should you speak up? Or not interrupt? Okay, can I save? Oh. Well, I didn't know it was gonna bring me back. Oh my god, I mean it did, but I thought it was gonna give me an option. Prologue. Oh my god, I have to do this all over again. Birds! Okay, we're gonna speedrun, I guess. I hope Z works on this game. Z work? Can I skip? No, I have to manually click. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, usually when I play these games, the dating sims, I always pick Bert as my name. Honestly, I'll call her Bert. This is a joke. Well, actually not. It was more of just like, I like the name, and that's why I picked it. No really special reason. Okay, I guess let's raise our hand. Since everyone is talking, you might as well say your piece too. With a deep breath, raise your hands. Here it goes. METTATON's eyes light up as they lock on you. Yes, beautiful, speak up. You can feel everyone's gaze on you, and it makes you falter for a moment. You lock your own eyes on METTATON's pink ones and focus. I thought it was something about the larger OC. Oh, I did make like art of Bird. Like, she is an OC of mine. But it was like way back when, like years ago when I made like art of her. Haven't written that much about her since, so. We could make a show that was some of your old songs, then at the end we release a new one showing a different side of you. Seeing him paying attention to what you have to say gives you the courage to keep going. The way we show them what that MTT really is and what they can be. METTATON lets out an interested hum. And what kind of new song do you mean, darling? You stop cursing inwardly. You didn't think that far ahead. Sifting through your scrambled thoughts, you try to think of something as everyone's eyes are on you. Song about romance? Wow! You suggest, almost letting out a sigh of relief at having an idea. Everyone knows you're quite fond of them. A smile lifts your lips as you remember the most METTATON songs include romance, the other ones being mainly about himself. Oh, 1 second. Bot, there's a bot. Yay, yippee. I feel like every time I ban a bot on my messages, it's just like I say yippee. The robot laughs at your words. Is it too obvious? You spend a few seconds just smiling at each other when someone coughs. Who the fuck are you? Okay, let's make it more sensual. You freeze in place. What? Did you hear it right? Mettaton looks surprised for a moment, but then he bites his lips. Why is he biting his lip like that? I don't like where this... What's going on? Okay, Archie, Mettaton's human image consultant, continues with a smile. Why is he biting his bottom lip? Oh. You've never used essential theme for humans before, Mettaton. Now can be the time. Oh, it'll be amazing for your image. Mettaton looks to the side as he thinks about the new idea, and everyone holds their breath with anticipation. You, on the other side, swallow hard. Mettaton had been playing safe since he arrived on the surface, trying to test out the waters first. You yourself even advised him to do that exact thing 2 years ago. But Archie's right. If Mettaton makes a sensual song, it'll be a total hit. The only problem is that you'll have to make a sensual dance for your boss and then already teach him to dance. Like, wait, let me... I'm gonna look up the definition of sensual. I have like an idea what it means, but I need the proper definition. I know my vocabulary, guys. Sensual? Sensual? Oh. Oh. Yeah, it is. Okay. Huh. I mean, there was. Okay. I'm still thinking this game is PG. I didn't see any content warnings, so I hopefully we're good. Oh, I did play. Oh my gosh. I did play the Cat Noir game that this person made, and that also made. I didn't. Okay, I played it when I was younger, and I was like, Dingabot, yeah. I was like, kind of like not weirded out by it, but just like, this is like kind of like a lot. Hopefully, maybe this game is probably gonna be the same, knowing this creators like old games. Well, I mean, the Cat Noir game was like that. I'm assuming it might be similar to this, but it's still, I think it still will be PG. Still probably be PG. I didn't see any content warnings, so just thinking about it has your stomach flipping in a mix of excitement and embarrassment. You mentally cross your fingers, hoping Mettaton would prefer something else, but he glances at you, and by the look of his eyes, you know you're lost. He turns to the others, grinning. I love it. You sigh at your coworkers celebrate, clapping excitedly. Yippee! Yay! I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing. Diana smiles, giving you a look, and you do your best to ignore her. Mettaton laughs at the sound of it standing out amongst the commotion. Alright, beauties, we have 1 week. Let's create the most fabulous, blazing, and sensual performance the human television world has ever seen. Let's go to work, darlings! The others cheer, and you give a nervous smile as you look around. Everyone is already leaving the room. Work has to be done. You begin to follow Diana to the door, when a certain someone stops right in front of you, blocking the way. Mettaton smiles down at you, his metal skin shining with the bright light coming from outside. Wait a moment, darling. I need to talk with my most prized choreographer. Diana waves goodbye at you, and you watch as she and the others go back to their work, leaving you alone with your boss. He walks a step forward, and you swallow dry, doing your best not to take a step back. Mettaton chuckles as he analyzes your face. Why do you look so nervous? You've been a huge help in the past with your glamorous choreography, darling. I know you can do it. You bite your lip, not wanting to tell him that's not really the problem. Alright, what I'm going to say might cheer you up. You arch one eyebrow, curiosity filling your mind, as Mettaton strides even closer to you and whispers in your ear. At the end of the week, I'll give you a surprise, something that you've been wanting for a long time. What? Okay. What do you mean by that? What if we say no? Your heartbeat speeds up in response to these closest. Knowing this type of game and knowing like the games I've seen, like from the creator, I'm kind of a bit suspicious. What is it? You have no idea what he means, but the way he said it was oddly. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, making your heart hammer in your chest, and that can't be good for your health. No, you're gonna get cardiac arrest. Mettaton just smirks at your question as he gives a step back. We'll have to wait and see, beautiful. Okay. He then winks and touches your shoulder as he leaves, fingers lingering on your skin. The toodles! Left alone in the meeting room, you hear his footsteps going further away. You take a deep breath. 1 week. You can do this. But as you glance at the empty doorway where your boss had been just a moment ago, his words repeat in your mind like a broken record. What does METTATON have in store for you? The end of the prologue, I guess. Before going to work the next day, you read the 10th time a bunch of internet articles with titles like, "Are you falling for your boss?" After the events from yesterday, you decide you need to be careful, especially if you're going to be professional when making the choreography for METTATON. But even if the articles promise 100% efficiency when giving tips not to fall for your superior, you didn't say, "It's definitely going to work, subscribe for more." They don't help to calm your nerves. Dude, I don't think you should look at those at all. Although, they do tell you that you probably just hold your boss in high regard and advise you to not overthink it, as if that's easy. Deep inside, you know that you feel is something else, and it worries you even more since these feelings could make you lose your job. After some bad experiences with employees dating in the company, and one event where, in order to be someone, a monster employee flexed his muscles so hard, it blew out all the floor windows. METTATON's friend, Dr. Alpheus and Archie, his image consultant, suggested that he implement a romance ban in the office, following the example of some Japanese companies. Alpheus actually looked more excited about people secretly breaking the rule. Oh, bro, she wants the drama. Dude, she wants the drama, that's why.
It'd be just like in an anime.
She whispered with shining eyes. Since at the time, METTATON was still trying to make a name for himself in the human world, and window-breaking scandals would be bad for the company's image, the ban was implemented. METTATON didn't like to fire anyone because of this rule, but it had happened before. 2 years later, you know some employees stayed in secret, like Dr. Alfie's predicted, but fortunately, no more windows have been broken since then. People and monsters wonder if the rule also applies to METTATON, and one of the main questions around the company. Yeah, if he'd started dating someone in the workplace, it would definitely look really bad on him, especially with the rule on. The majority thinks it does. But wonder why would he want to date an employee when so many models and pop stars are fighting for his attention? Either way, no one wants to risk it. However, it doesn't help that METTATON is flirtatious by nature. He either doesn't know or doesn't care about personal space, and can be very touchy-feely. You always try to stay professional and not let it interfere with your job, even if his flirting is constant. METTATON hired you as his only choreographer, and he's counting on you. You know you can't let him down, but it's getting harder and harder to keep your cool near him with each passing day, and sensual choreography won't make it any easier. You're stretching in your studio to get ready to dance when your phone beeps, signaling a message has arrived. Looking at the screen, you see it's from METTATON. "Hello, darling. Are you busy this morning? I may pay you a visit later. XOXO. Your heart beats faster at the thought of being alone with your boss again after what happened yesterday. What could he want? Your phone rings, almost making you jump. When you look at the name displayed on the screen, you see that it's Diana. With a deep breath to calm your nerves, you accept the call. Hello? Hey Bird, did you have some free time? You think back to the message your boss sent you and bite your lip. Why? I need to discuss the costumes for the show with you as soon as possible. Maybe you can help me out with something? Can you meet up at the conference room now? You rub your neck as you think. If you leave the studio now, METTATON might appear and you'll lose the opportunity to talk to him. But if you don't go, you won't get to help Diana with the costumes. Go to the conference room. You go to the meeting room and sit down on one of the chairs, looking over at the shining buildings as you wait for Diana to arrive. The fashion segment of the MTT company is a big one, since your boss adores human clothes and is a fashion icon on the surface. Most people who work for there are alright, Diana being one of them, but some think they're better than other segments because they design clothes for METTATON. You do your best to just ignore them. Thinking about life, Bert? You turn around and see the fashion manager and Lion, her monster intern, near the door. Always. She snickers, entering the room along with Lion, his blue dress standing out in the pink room. And how are you? Is the project giving you trouble? You smile and wave at Lion, and he nods, looking away as a blush appears on his face. You know he's still shy around humans. Diana sighs at your words, waving her hand. I'm almost passing out from exertion, but I'm fine. Let's not talk about it. And thanks for meeting up today. I really need to start making the costumes as soon as possible. Straight to the point, she gives you a sketchbook full of drawings of METTATON and the backup dancer's clothes. Some parts are full of question marks and confused scribbles. You know this isn't my specialty, right? She rolls her eyes, sitting down by your side, her intern doing the same. Oh shush, I'll always love your advice. You chuckle, grabbing the sketchbook from her. Alright, what do you need help for? I was thinking about making some highlights in METTATON's hair and chest plates. She points out some parts on METTATON's costume. You know, to fit the whole new METTATON idea. But I can't decide what color they should be. What do you think? Lion here suggested blue, since he thinks METTATON looks great with the color. You hum at you as you stare at the dawning in the image and imagine METTATON wearing the outfit. It isn't a bad image at all. The performance calls for something new. But still sexy. Okay. Okay. Red. Lion widens his eyes, and Diana watches the exchange with interest. Oh, red. Why not pink? Pink is too obvious. Pink is like he's colored, though. Smile at him, indicating the meeting room with your hand. The majority of the details are pink. METTATON is known for his pink obsession. We need something new, and the red is the color of lust and passion. Okay. Diana thinks for a moment before grinning at you. And you said you're bad at this. I love it. Red it is. You contemplate telling her that you actually didn't say you were bad, but let it pass with a smile as she jots notes down on the sketchbook. Okay. You spend some time working on the details of METTATON's and dancers' outfits with Diana, her intern, always observing everything with interest, losing yourself in thoughts of your boss wearing the outfit. You don't realize it's already new until Diana mentions it. She tells Lion to go on ahead and then turns to you with a concerned face. Hey, about the dance. She hesitates for a moment and you arch an eyebrow. Yeah? Are you okay with the theme? I am fine. You answer quickly, and it's her turn to arch a brow at you, making you sigh. I just don't want to lose this job. Just don't stare too much at these legs, and you should be okay. I wonder if like people actually know like that. I'm assuming MC has they might think that MC has a crush on her boss, so maybe that's why they're mentioning this to her. You give a weak laugh. You know that's basically impossible. Yeah. We laugh quietly together, your laugh having a hint of description on it. Don't worry about it. You're METTATON's favorite little dancer. He wouldn't fire you. I'd even say he might like this. And you roll your eyes as her suggestive expression. Oh please, just stop worrying about this stupid band for a second, okay? You cross your arms, knowing you can't just forget about it. He fired Anthony and Jessica last year. No, not Anthony and Jessica! Oh god! Yeah, but they were basically stalking and harassing him. Oh, never mind! Okay, good for them to be gone. Remember these two employees who wouldn't let METTATON alone, always flirting and saying inappropriate things at the worst times. You pass a hand over her face, sighing once more. Hey, we can do this. She puts a hand on your shoulder and smiles. Focus on the dance and let things happen. You accompany her to the door, her words etching into your mind as you leave the conference room. You wish things could be that simple. You go back to your studio and on the way, stop to grab a quick lunch from a box-shaped MTT fabulous vending machine. You see Burger Pants carrying a box of ice cream as he passes by. He decided not to bother him since he's so focused. Probably don't talk with Burger Pants. The guy works part-time in the company's cafeteria and does some cameos in METTATON's place. Oh, he makes cameos. I know like in the game he hated METTATON. Your boss once told you that he imagined Burger Pants would leave the job when they arrived at the surface, but the guy never left. You imagine it has to do with Mettaton offering him acting opportunities in these shows. Since then, Burger Pants seems to smile a lot more. Oh, that's good! And it's a different smile from that sarcastic one so characteristic of him. For the rest of the day, you try some movements for the dance. Mettaton's cousin, Napstablook, is working on the song for now, so you still don't know how the rhythm is going to be yet. But testing some steps will surely help accelerate the process of creating the choreography, so putting some slow and fast-paced sensual songs on the playlist to give you the feeling of the performance, you begin to move along with the beat. You lose yourself for a moment, closing your eyes, but then the image of Mettaton moving along with you invades your thoughts, making them shift to a dangerous, embarrassing path that makes your cheeks heat up, and you stop, cursing inwardly. The day when you saw him in his X form for the first time is still fresh in your minds. You went to his office to ask about the show, but then when you opened the door, your eyes locked on two long legs in pink boots. Your eyes slowly went up his new form as your astonished brain kept repeating, it's the SpongeBob meme, like, oh no, he's not in the loop. Oh my gosh, the SpongeBob meme. Mettaton still likes to remind me of them. Why does he want to remind us? Bruh. Why does he want to remind us, bruh? Especially with the band. It was that you begin to think that you felt when he was around could be more than just an admiration. You shake your head and sigh, breaking away from your thoughts and focusing on the dance. It was also then that you decided to push the feeling down for the sake of your job. Even if Diana told you it'll be okay, you can't help but worry. You still want to work with Mettaton to be with him. And until now, you did your best to pretend your heart didn't beat faster every time you saw him, or that he's laughed and make you smile even when you were feeling down. But now, you can't help but wonder if that's how you want things to be. On the way to your job in the morning, you read some articles about current music tendencies. Since you work on the entertainment industry, you always have to keep an eye for new trends. One article talks about the rise of pop songs with provocative lyrics at the moment, and another discusses how monster music was getting more and more visibility. You smile at the latter. It's about time. Monsters are working really hard to insert themselves into the human world, but prejudice is their greatest opponent. The company's corridors are bustling as you make your way to the sound department. Things are already getting chaotic, but it's always like this before a big event. Napstablook has their headphones on when you arrive at their studio. They ask you to meet with them to discuss the new song, and you promptly agreed. You need the music to base your choreography on it, so the faster it's ready, the better. You wave at Napstablook as you enter. Oh, hello, birds. Hi, Napstablook. Hi. They take their headphones off as they approach you. I'm glad you could come. You smile at them. The ghost is still shy around you, but it's much better than when you first met, when they turned invisible every time you looked at them. Aw, they're so shy! No problem, how's the song going? Okay, I guess. They float to the laptop and open the file. Music fills the room, and you move your head along with the beats. I made the bass a while ago. I was waiting for the best opportunity to use it. It's still only the instrumental part, but you can feel the emotion in it. It's pretty good. Next, he's a music producer. Yeah! I feel like that's fitting for him though. Like with him just listening to music in Undertale and just laying on the floor with his headphones. You smile at them, and they blink, their cheeks turning a shade of blue. It also is fitting that he works with his cousin, so... You think so? Thank you. I want to make some changes to fit the essential theme better. They give you a pen drive, and before you can ask why, they continue. I put a sample of the song in it so you can begin to work on the choreography. You get the pen drive from them with a smile. It was really kind of them to think of that. Thanks, Napstablook. They nod and seem to hesitate for a moment before saying, which music genre you think would be best for the song? The article you read pops in your mind as the song keeps playing. It has a suave beat to it. Pop is really trending at the moment. Maybe we should stick with it. What do you think, Naps the Blue? They gave you a shy smile and nod. Oh, METTATON will like it. He loves singing pop songs. He sure does. You smile at the thought of METTATON singing, but thinking about him and the performance makes butterflies fly around in your stomach, and you sigh at your lack of control over your emotions. Are you nervous? Naps the Blue pulls you away from your thoughts, and you look at them with a raised brow. Nervous? They nod slightly, and you wonder if they somehow know how you feel about the performance because of their magic. They look at you with attention. Is the choreography troubling you? You let out a chuckle, shaking your head in the negative. That's not really the problem. Naps the Blue stays quiet for a moment as they seem to think. It's because of the central theme. You almost splutter, but manage to compose yourself. No. To your relief, Naps the Blue continues as if nothing happened. METTATON's really excited about it. He told me he can't wait to see the dance you're making. Your smile. Your boss is usually really impatient with things, always eager to see their final results. Are you going to dance with him? No! Maybe not. Me? You put a hand on your chest, taken aback by the question. Oh no, I was thinking about directing everything from backstage. Oh. They look away, pensive, and you arch one brow, curious at the reaction. Why? It's nothing. It seems like there's something they don't want to tell you. Pressure them. Curiosity bubbles inside you, and you can't help but try asking again, this time with more strength in your voice. What is it? You can tell me. Oh, METTATON won't be happy if I say it. Pressure more! Now that they mentioned METTATON, you're even more curious and can't help the eagerness in yourself anymore. Please tell me. Naps the Blue looks at you in fright. Oh no, Naps Blue. I wanted to know now! Tears beginning to fall down from their eyes. Oh, they fade away, leaving you alone in the studio, your heartbeat drumming in your ears. METTATON won't like that! Naps the Blue? All you get in response is silence and guilt settles in your stomach. They left. There's a knock on the door, and for a moment you wonder if it's Naps the Blue coming back, but for a second the door is thrown open anyway. I knew it! I knew he was gonna come in! This is terrible timing. Oh, Bluesky, dear, are you here? At the sight of METTATON, the butterflies in your stomach go out of control and you want to slap yourself. Bert, what are you doing here? You give him a nervous smile. I was talking with your cousin. METTATON looks around, searching for the ghost. Where are they? You hesitate for a moment before answering. They left. The robot seems concerned at your words. Maybe the situation is worse than you thought. I'll go look for them. See you, darling. With the bad feeling in your chest, you leave after your boss and go back to your studio. With a sample of the song that Naps the Blue gave you, you begin to create the main dance, the one that METTATON will perform. The time you force yourself to imagine your boss dancing to the insinuative song to better create the moves. You bite your lip at the image, but keep going. Why did they have to kill with the sexy theme? You almost sigh as you move. It's indeed a great idea, but it doesn't make trying to stay professional any easier. A shriek leaves your mouth when you almost trip over your own feet. You breathe down hard. The choreography. Focus. Immersing yourself in the dance, you close your eyes and feel your body moving. You still have to go over the dance with METTATON and the backup dancers when you finish, so you have to work fast or it won't be ready for Sunday. Making a super elaborate routine in a week is crazy, so you stick with some strong movements at the right moments. You spent the day creating the choreography until the sun is almost hidden behind the tall buildings. As you get ready to leave for the day, the memory of Naps the Blue's crying face creeps in your mind, along with the eagerness to know the words he refused to say. He was hiding something from you, but what? And early in this morning, when you begin to dance again, you arrived home late yesterday, your body aching for sleep. But even though you were exhausted, you didn't sleep well, too preoccupied with the choreography. And yet, even if you're tired, you have to push yourself today and finish the rough draft of the dance. Last night, Naps Luke sent you the instrumental of the song with the alterations, so it's easier to make the movements synchronized with each other. The day passed by without you noticing the daylight slowly giving way to the dark hues of the night. You brought some snacks with you so you didn't have to leave the studio to eat, but your head is beginning to get heavy. So after going over the finished rough choreography, you sit down for a moment, watching the city lights shine from the large windows. Drinking a bit of water, you breathe deeply, catching your breath. I really need a 5-minute break. Whole day break, actually. Your brain insists, making you smile tiredly. You stretch and groan, feeling your muscles protesting, but you know that this is all for a good case. You can imagine METTATON's face when he sees the final dance. You hope he likes it. But something keeps puzzling you as the memories of the previous days fill your mind. What do you mean when he said that he'll give you what you've been waiting for a long time? It could be just for his usual fighting, but you aren't sure. It might be like just like ice cream or something. What if it's just actually like going to get some ice cream with him? Something sweet. And more importantly, even you don't know what you've always wanted. Your mind screams at you that yes you do, but you ignore it. The sound of the door opening gets your attention, and you pause mid-stretch. Bert, what are you doing here, darling? You turn around to see METTATON entering the room. You didn't even notice him approaching. Oh, hey boss, I'm finishing the choreography. Getting up quickly, you hiss a bit at the soreness of your muscles. Damn it, you're definitely tired. METTATON purses his lips as he watches you. Do you know what time it is? You gave him a tired chuckle, glancing at the clock on the wall. Late? Late? He approaches you, a determined expression on his face. Sit down, darling. You took a look at the sides, lost. What? Why? Sit! You bite your lip and sit on the ground. Now lay down on your stomach! With a nervous sigh, you do what he says and wait. For a moment, everything is silent, but then his fingers touch your back and you jump slightly. It's just a massage. Relax, beautiful. He sighs, shaking his head. Tisk. Look at all these hard muscles full of tension. In your field of vision, you swear you see a movement on the other side of the door. But then, METTATON's fingers press down harder on your back and you close your eyes, having to fight. Oh. No. The massage is doing wonders to your tired muscles and it's difficult to concentrate. METTATON inches his face closer to yours, hand still massaging you. Do you want to know a little secret of mine, darling? You said his fingers were on a knot. Sure. Something began to vibrate on your back as you gasp, glancing at him. METTATON smirking at your reaction. Oh, he's like massaging thing with his hands. Seriously, your fingers vibrate? You ask in shock before putting your head down again. This was always Dr. Alpheus's work. METTATON's laugh reverberates in the quiet room. Oh yes, darling, do you like it? You nod half-heartedly, feeling the tiredness of the day seeping into your bones. Your eyes flutter close as his vibrating fingers work on your back. With each passing moment, you feel more and more relaxed. But, here for METTATON calling your name. But you're tired, so tired you sleep. I'm just gonna sleep in the studio. Love! You try to answer, but your body doesn't obey you. Your mind goes more and more foggy until it all goes dark. What happened? What? What the? Wait. He probably just brought us to his house because he didn't know where we lived. Wait, no, but he does, right? He does, because he went to our house before, when we first met. Unless we moved. The sound of someone talking makes your eyes flutter open. Looking around, you see expensive furniture around you, and outside the large windows, you can see city lights stretching into the horizon. What? Your sleep-coated brain tries to process where you are, and after a brief second, it dawns on you that everything in the room is mainly pink, even the bed you're laying on right now. METTATON. You sit up and turn around frantically, trying to find your boss, your heart speeding up in your chest. This place is probably his flat. The last floor of the MTT building. How the hell did he get up here? I couldn't let her there! You hear METTATON's voice coming from another room and freeze. He seems to be talking on the phone with someone and you strain your ears to listen. Oh, what if it was like... No, like paparazzi took a picture of him and us. No, she's sleeping. I know, Alpheus. I'll be careful. I won't say anything for now. Oh, so it's Dr. Alpheus he's talking to. But you're more occupied with what he means with being careful and try to keep it listening. Is this about the surprise? Now I have to check on her. Blow a kiss for Undyne for me. You're at the loss for a moment at the mention of the name, but then you remember the strong fish woman that was with Alpheus in one of METTATON's shows and nod to yourself. That Undyne. It isn't easy to forget about her and her fierce personality. Oh, darling, you're all finally awake. Oh, okay, that's a nice coat. METTATON enters the room, and you gave him breath getting caught in your throat. He's dressed in a pink fox fur coat and some shorts. He looks completely amazing, and the lighter pink tone brings out his eyes. METTATON gazes at you, and you quickly avert your eyes, trying not to stare. You had me worried for a moment then. Dear, blacking out like that. Ah yes, that's how you got here. You feel asleep while he was giving you a massage. How unprofessional. You feel your cheeks heat up and get up from the bed. He's bad. You nod, biting your lip. I should go now. Thank you for helping me out, boss. You head for the bedroom door, head dipped low in embarrassment. It's really late, darling. Why don't you spend the night? Your eyes grow wide as his words are you stop. Did you really just say that? Your mind fills up with ideas of what he could be implying. It's probably nothing, but you shake your head. I don't want to bother. You never bother me, but darling. You bite your lip, pondering for a moment, your mind divided between staying and leaving. It'll be dangerous to go home alone now, but there's also the romance ban. If someone sees you here, it'll be a huge scandal. But you can't also risk leaving really early in the morning when no one has arrived in the building yet. It's a tough decision. Go home! The worry about losing your job is stronger, and you try to avert your eyes from METTATON as you talk. I need to go. METTATON sighs, disappointment clear in his eyes, and you wonder what he's thinking. I won't hold you, darling. Please be safe. He puts a hand on your shoulder and you nod. You have practice tomorrow, don't forget. I would never, darling. METTATON makes a serious face, but he soon smiles. Send me a message when you arrive home. Alright, thank you for bringing me here, and also for the massage, boss. You know I want to tell you to call me by my name, darling, but I just love it when you call me like that. Why? Oh, hold on. Okay. Don't test me, darling. Oh, I won't leave you alone. Oh, I won't let you leave. Oh. No, let's leave. Let's leave now. You swallow, realizing you really need to leave before you change your mind. And looking at the time, you see the metro lines you take to get home should be closing soon. You need to hurry. Luckily, you arrive home without any problems, but on the metro ride, your mind kept going over about what could have happened if you stayed at METTATON's flat. You soon decide it's better not to think about it. Tapping a quick message on your phone to METTATON, you tell him about your safe arrival home. His response is almost instantaneous, as if he was waiting, and if you know him, he probably was. I'm glad to know that, darling. Have a good night and dream about me. Dude, he is so forward! He is so forward! Even with the romance, but he's so forward with MC. You roll your eyes at the winky face and chuckle to yourself, wishing him a good night as well. Bro, like, I know he's like in the game, he's also just kind of like very flirtatious, even though like he doesn't, like, that's just kind of part of his personality, but no, like in the game like this, I'm pretty sure he's being forward with us. The next day, you have a strange feeling in your chest when you go to the MTT building. You can't pinpoint what it is. After eating a quick breakfast at the company's cafeteria, you head over to the studio. But when you open the door, you see someone looking out the large windows. Archie, what are you doing here? The man turns around and stares at you, eyes cold. The door was open. You furrow your brows. Maybe METTATON forgot to lock the door when he left with you yesterday, but that doesn't really answer your question. Do you need something? He nods with a dry movement. The publicity team wants to know if the dance is already done. You arch one brow at him. Why did he have to come all the way to your studio to ask that? Yeah, it is. He nods again, but doesn't seem to want to leave. You cross your arms over your chest, trying to gather all your patience for this moment. Do you need anything else? Actually, yes. He gives a step forward, but you maintain your ground. You see, yesterday I was going home, and when I passed outside your studio, I heard a commotion. Why is the music so eerie now? His eyes pierce through you. With a quick look inside, I can see you were rather compromising position with our boss. Oh, he's gonna tell on us, isn't he? Your eyes widen a fraction, but you tried to keep your expression neutral. So he was the shadow you saw through the door yesterday. I was so tired, and he was giving me a massage. You tried to explain yourself, but Archie doesn't seem to believe your words. His eyes shooting daggers at you. If anyone else saw that, I'd create a huge scandal that would ruin the entire performance. You breathe hard, trying to calm down the emotions that threaten to take control of you. Nothing happens. If you want to keep your job, I hope it stays that way. Archie turns around and leaves before you can defend yourself. When the door closes, you run a hand through your hair, letting out an angry sigh. You know if Archie's job is to take care of METTATON's image, but he can be an asshole sometimes. You've lost count of how many interns have cried in the company because of him. You shoot a glare at the closed door and begin your dance preparations. Archie may be right about the scandal, but you won't let him ruin your day. You spend the day teaching the new choreography to the backup dancers and rehearsing the older songs. It helps take your mind off things. Everyone is eager to learn and do their best at the performance. Even though they're focused, laughter fills the room every now and then, and you smile, being happy to be a part of the group. The next step is to polish the movements, which also takes some time. Cleaning the choreography is essential, but it requires a lot of attention. The dance isn't so complicated because of the limited amount of time you had, but it's still challenging. And hopefully, along with Napstablook's song and METTATON's and Shiren's voices, it'll send the message your boss wants. It's already late afternoon when the dancers leave, shuffling their feet and groaning. You aren't in the better state, but you have to keep going, and I'll go over METTATON's part of the dance, since he'll come today to learn it. You dance for a few more minutes until your body screams enough is enough, and you have to take a break. Sitting down on the ground, you look at the clock. 1 more minute and your boss will be late. Darling! You almost jump out of your skin at the loud voice. METTATON enters the room, holding a pink plastic bag on one other hand. You know humans usually knock. I'm no human, darling. You give him a deadpan face and he laughs. Shaking your head and laughing along with him, you get up and he offers you the pink bag. What is it? You look inside suspiciously, seeing bright packages of food and drinks, all MTT branded. Are they the human versions? METTATON rolls his eyes before grinning. Of course, darling. You take a can with a human safe sticker on it from the bag and open the drink. When you began working for him, he gave you an MTT drink he brought from the underground. He was thinking about selling it on the surface and wanted your opinion. You were glad you asked what it was made of before checking down the thing, because it was basically a combination of toxic ingredients that would poison you in minutes. After that almost incident, METTATON created an MTT human safe version of all his products that were okay for humans to consume and use. Smiling at the memory, you take a gulp of the pink drink, sighing in happiness as the cold feeling slides down your throat. It was an unfamiliar but pleasant taste that resembles strawberry. Thank you, boss. After you say that, you see him look away for a split second. You remember what he said earlier about liking being called boss and smirk. It only makes you want to do it more often. METTATON points to the bag in your hands. I brought you food as well, darling. Go on, choose one. You furrow your brows, knowing you should be going over the dance right now. There's no time to eat. Would it be bad to, like... I mean, we are getting energy, but, like... immediately practice. You open your mouth to protest when he shakes his head. Don't even begin. I bet you haven't eaten anything for hours. Am I right or am I right gorgeous? You look away, biting inside your cheek. I don't want you to neglect your health, he says with a gentle voice, making you look at him. We're not starting until you eat. Alright. You roll your eyes and grab a bright purple package from the bag. It has Purplelicious written in big letters on it. You unwrap it and take a bite, sighing in happiness as your appetite grows with each second. The texture of the food reminds you of a muffin, and it melts in your mouth like chocolate. You can't pinpoint what the taste reminds you of, but it's sweet and recharges a bit of your energy. Mettaton watches you eat with attention. You try to eat faster so that he'll stop staring at you, but it doesn't work and you almost end up choking on your food. You decide to just make small talk in hopes of distracting him. It takes a few minutes, but you soon swallow the last bit of food and turn to your boss with an arched brow. Happy now? Thrilled, darling. After the little break, Mettaton takes off his suit and stays in the normal form so that he can move more freely. Yo, it's gonna be his true form from the game. This form doesn't have his characteristic shoulder blades since the risk of poking someone's eyes out while dancing was real. Oh, it has happened before? You've seen him like this before, so it's not that big of a deal, but you sometimes zone out while looking at him. You remember Diana's advice to not stare at his legs. And decide to try that. I mean, his legs were kind of like a part where, like, you actually like when you battled him, his legs were actually a part that would have hit your character. You teach Mettaton his part of the dance, beginning with blocks of movements and then putting everything together. He learns quickly, like always, as he moves, showing him and steps. He looks so fabulous. Oh, anyways. As you move, showing him the steps, you notice Mettaton's eyes running over your body. Oh. Okay, you tell yourself he's just paying attention to the movements, but his gaze is strong, and you're afraid to look into his eyes and catch a glimpse of what's in them. You make a couple of steps per time and he repeats them. This continues until you've gone over all the moves. The way Mettaton moves to the rhythm is fascinating. How the metal plates of his body shift and contort, allowing him to move. You can't help but admire him. After going over the full choreography of 7 times, you both call it a day and relax by the window, side by side, admiring the darkening sky. The sound of whirring fans fills the room as Mettaton cools himself down. You take a big gulp from another drink he brought you, eyes closing for a moment as you take in the flavor. The one leaves an odd tingling feeling on your tongue, and you wonder if it has magic ingredients in it. The dance is amazing, darling. I can't wait to see it all together. His smile is full of admiration, and you feel your chest swell with pride. I'm glad you like it, boss. You're gonna call me that every time now, aren't you? You can count on it. He rolls his eyes playfully and you laugh. So how's the performance preparations going? It's doing great, darling. The full show is going to be broadcasted live. Really? That's amazing. You grin, happy that it'll probably get a lot of visibility. Oh, what about the lyrics? Mettaton gazes at large windows before turning back to you. Almost ready. There's something I'm feeling right now that I want to put into the song, but I can't really find the right words. He doesn't sound so sure, so you put your free hand on his shoulder. I'm sure you can do it, boss. He stares at you and you stare back with a smile. Kiss! Kiss! Maybe Mettaton has a magnet of some sort because you see yourself leaning closer and closer to him. Oh my gosh, kiss! The way his pink eyes look at you seems to tug at something deep inside your heart. In your mind, can't think of anything but the robot in front of you. Cell phone rings, waking you from the daze you were in. You pull back in a rush, heart beating rapidly. Mettaton sighs as he answers the phone. Hello, hope you have a good reason to call me, darling. I'm kinda in the middle of something. Oof. You take a gulp from your drink, eyes wide. If that phone didn't ring, you could have kissed your boss. Do you mean control yourself? He glances at you before clearing his throat. Fine, I'm going. Oh, it might be Archie! You know, what if Archie's seeing this for some reason? Mettaton finishes the call with another sigh. I must go, darling. The job calls me. Or really Alpheus. Oh, it's Alpheus. Never mind, not Archie. Since she wants to make some adjustments before the performance. You nod, still shaken at how you reacted before. Your lack of self-control is concerning. This really doesn't seem to be a good week for you. Oh, and Diana showed me the clothes for the show. Are you sure you aren't going to dance with me? You'd look ravishing in that outfit. You let out a chuckle, trying not to show how much his compliment is affecting you. Yeah, you're the one who's going to look ravishing, that's what's important. Mettaton looks away, pursing his lips. Alright, fine. But if you're not going to dance, at least come to the venue with me tomorrow, love. You scratch your neck, and sure, maybe staying close to your boss at the moment isn't the best idea. Worry settles in your mind that you might do something stupid if you stay alone with him any longer, with what you almost did a minute ago being proof of that. Come on, darling. Mettaton sees your hesitation and pouts before giving you a pleading smile. You can have a better idea of the stage for the dance, and I can bask in your gorgeous company. You give him a defeated smile, knowing you can't say no to that. After Mettaton leaves to meet up with Alpheus and you're preparing to close the studio, your mind runs while trying to understand what the hell happened today. Archie's warning is still fresh in your mind, and an uneasy feeling settles in your chest. You tried to stay away from Mettaton and avoid suspicion by leaving his flat yesterday, but it seems that innocent massage was enough for the image consultant to judge you. And just now, after all that care to stay away from your boss, you almost kissed him. It was like your mind went completely blank, and you could only see Mettaton in front of you. You let out a long sigh as you locked the door of the studio. Things are getting more and more complicated. Oh, it's a beautiful day outside. The birds are singing, the flowers are blooming. And the birds are chirping when you arrive with Mettaton at the venue where the show will happen. I hope we get to see Sans in this game. Maybe we won't, but because it's a Mettaton-based game, they weren't really close, but I'd like to think maybe we can see Sans or Papyrus. There's one day until the performance, and the preparations are in full force, with monsters and humans rushing from side to side, trying to arrange everything in time. Hello, beauties! Mettaton opens the door with a flourish. Everyone smiles when they see him, and you can't help but mimic them, seeing the effect that the robot has on everybody. He walks across the room, greeting people and monsters with a grin. Then you walk by his side, waving at your busy co-workers until Lion approaches Mettaton. He nods at you with a smile, and you nod back. The monster shows him a prototype of a dress for a play, and while they talk excitedly about the new fashion trends, you look around the place. You make mental notes about where the dancers would go to change outfits and in which side of the stage you should enter from. Your eyes stop on one person, standing a few meters away. Their copper hair is unmistakable. Archie. His words from yesterday came back in your mind, making your brows furrow in annoyance. He begins to look your way, and you turn around, shifting your gaze to Burger Pants, who's talking with two new interns, Brady and Caddy. Oh! I like them. Soon, you can feel eyes on your back, and you don't have to turn around to know who they belong to. Show Diana the sketch, I'm sure she'll love it. Mettaton urges Lion on. The monster thanks him with a huge grin, admiration clear in his eyes. Your boss that turns to you after he leaves. Sorry to keep you waiting, beautiful. Come on, the stage is this way. You nod, following him, glad to be away from Archie's scrutinizing eyes. The usually noticeable sound of Mettaton's boots on the floor is almost imperceptible with all the commotion. But everyone's still around to look at him. He passes through the corridors, waving at his employees with a trained pop star smile on his face. Dude, there's an All Might poster and then there's Sans! Tuesday 10th? Is that what that says on the right? Okay. You pass by Diana, who's organizing several racks of outfits. She smiles at you when she sees you side by side with Mettaton. You give her a warning stare, but thankfully, she just shakes her head, chuckling. Your eyes widen when you look at the stage stretching in front of you and the huge space for the audience. You forgot how big it was. You can't imagine how many people can fit in this place. It's enormous. The show will have a large crowd. METTATON bites his lips with anticipation. I don't like when he does that. I know, I can't wait. His excited eyes and shift to a pile of papers on the ground. Huh, what's this? METTATON bends down to grab the papers and gasps when he reads what's on them. My script? How did it end up here? A movement on your eyes catches your attention as you see a little white dog peeking from behind a box. Toby! Toby, what are you doing here? Toby Fox! It winks at you before disappearing, and you open your mouth to alert your boss, but then decide to take the sake of METTATON's sanity and your own as well. It's better not to say anything. Well, what's the script for? METTATON looks up for the papers as he answers. It's for tonight's play. Tonight? Oh, of course. I forgot for a moment that METTATON still had his daily show to worry about. You really don't have a break, huh, boss? Aren't you tired? He lets out a dramatic sigh. Exhausted, darling, but the show must go on! You nod, knowing it beats to you. And what's the play about? Oh, it's the story of a... He stops for a moment, a smirk making its way to his lips, and the multitude of alarms go off in your head. Oh no. What? What? Wait, what's going on? Oh yes, darling, don't you want to help me rehearse my lines for the play? No, 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 no. Oh, no thanks. Not too bad, love, because you don't really have a choice for this time. Come on. He grabs your hand and takes you to the middle of the stage. What was the point of choosing? You sighed, he lets go. Fine, what's the story about? So first of all, it's a romance story. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. You smirk. It's always a romance story. I want a surprise. METTATON waves a hand at you, tisking. Oh, shush. You chuckle and he continues. It's a romance story about a noble and a mercenary. The kingdom prohibits the romance, and they must fight against everyone for the sake of their love. Oh wow, this is reflective of this game. That seems a bit dramatic, but you soon remind yourself that this is METTATON you're talking about, so it isn't really a surprise. I'm going to be both characters in the play, so you can choose either one, darling. It's fine. Wait, both characters? How's that gonna work? Just keep in mind that the noble has a more forceful personality, and the mercenary worries about everything. Alright. You look to the side, thinking hard about your options. Noble? Alright, I want to be the noble. Oh, I see. Wonderful choice, darling. METTATON glances at his lines before looking back at you. So in the scene, the two lovers are meeting in the secret room in the noble's castle, wondering about their future together. METTATON gets closer and keeps staring at you, waiting, when arched brown brow at him. What? The noble, darling, take the lead! I don't know the lines. You look at the script of the play in his hands and try to grab it, but METTATON raises the papers out of your reach, laughing. Bro, what is the point of practicing if I don't have the lines? Why does he have to be so tall? Is this guy like 6 foot? I'm imagining he is. Of course you don't have the lines. Improvise, darling. You curse under your breath and look around frantically, trying to remember the noble's personality and come up with something. With a deep breath, you muster up courage to look up at METTATON. I'm not giving up on us, even with this ridiculous prohibition. You give him a sorrowful smile. I know you worry about the future, my love, but everything will be okay. I'll be by your side. METTATON's eyes widen for a moment, but he clears his throat and gets into character. There's nothing else I want more in this world than to be able to have you near me in my tears. But it mustn't be easy for you to have me around with this reputation of mine. He gives a step closer to you. Everyone keeps watching your every step, judging your every action. You knit your brows. The last part sounds just like what's happening at the company, especially with the romance band. Is this in the script or is METTATON making things up? He's probably not making, like, I'm pretty sure this is like his true feelings. You shake your head lightly and grab the robot's hand, imagining this what the merciful noble will do. I do not care what they think, for you're enraptured my heart since the day we met. You smile sheepishly to yourself. This is true, even in real life. I wouldn't give this up for anything. METTATON glances at your joined hands and looks away for a moment, biting his lip. You wonder if he forgot his lines. I? He squeezes your hand and looks back at you. I feel the same, my love. Even if I still worry, I know deep in my heart that no prohibition will keep us apart. I'm willing to give up everything to be with you. Bro, this is so reflective of the relationship right now. The robot touches your face in a gentle manner and you feel your skin burning at his touch. This is just a play. You remind yourself, just a play. But I must go now, before the guards see me. With your heart in your throat, you think about the ways the noble would want to bid their lover farewell, and only one idea comes to mind. Oh no, wait, this isn't gonna be legit, right? May I kiss you, my dear, before you part from me? You swallow dry at hearing your own words. This is what the noble wants, of course! A large grin stretches METTATON's face. Maybe this isn't the script, did you get it right? By the way, the robot's acting. You're sure you did? It'll give me great happiness if you do so, love. He leans in close and you do the same, hearing you pulse in your ears. Oh shit, this is happening! It's happening! Where should you kiss him? Oh god, you see, either way, Archie's gonna be pissed off. I don't know. Okay, let's just do the lips so we can piss him off more. The balls move. You choose to kiss his lips. This is what lovers do, right? You cover his face and lean over even closer until your lips touch. Oh my god. You hear METTATON inhale sharply and his eyes open. Oh, with this starting shit, dude! Archie's gonna... Either way, he was gonna get pissed off. He cries internally and begins to draw him back, but his arms wrap around your hips, pulling you closer. Oh. You let out a surprise hum. Yeah, he's fluttering close. METTATON smiles and kisses you harder, his hands keeping you flush against his body. You grunt, and the sound of his whirring fans coming from his chest surrounds you. Oh my god! METTATON! The voice reaches your ears, and you pull away from the robot as fast as possible. He blinks at you as Archie appears and looks at you both with an arched brow. You turn your head away from Archie, realizing your lips are probably red from kissing METTATON. METTATON, you need to go over to makeup to get ready for the recording. Of course! He licks his lips and you follow the movement without thinking. His lips were warm and soft, and you wonder what kind of metal they're made of, if it probably has to do with some monster magic. METTATON looks at you with sort of longing in his eye gaze. Thank you for your help, love. You ignore the glare Archie's giving you and nods. Anytime, boss. The sound of his... Don't say that! Oh my god, it's so weird to say anytime, boss, after the kiss. The sound of his boots hitting the floor echoes in the venue as he goes to the door. I'll see you later at the studio, right? You remember METTATON and the backup dancers rehearsed their choreography together today to be ready for the performance. You nod and force yourself to give him a calm smile, pretending you weren't desperately kissing him a minute ago. Yeah, don't be late. Will do! He winks at you before walking through the door, a huge grin on his face. Toodles, we're about to get fired. We're about to get fired, guys! You pass a hand through your hair after he leaves. Of all the things you could have done in the rehearsal, you chose to kiss your boss. They were giving me both choices of kissing him either way. All your self-control and thoughts about your job seem to have disappeared when METTATON was in front of you. It would have been just a simple kiss if he didn't choose to deepen it. Why did he do that? Was it only for the play? It's when the door closes with a click that you notice Archie hasn't left. You're walking down a dangerous path. You straighten your posture, holding his gold gaze. I don't know what you're talking about. You can see him tightening his jaw in anger, but he manages to compose himself not to yell. I thought you valued your job more. I'd be careful if I were you. He says his piece and leaves, not giving you a chance to reply to his threats. When the door closes again, leaving you alone on the empty stage, you sigh, rubbing your neck. Great, as if you didn't have enough things to worry about. One day to the big presentation, and you kiss your boss and also making Archie hate your guts. It's even more worrying that you can't bring yourself to regret any of it, especially the kissing parts. It was your choice to kiss METTATON, and as Archie's words echo in your mind, you can't help but feel a twinge of guilt. Someone could have walked into the stage, and if that happened, it'd be difficult or impossible to convince that it was all for a play, considering the way you were kissing each other. That would have surely ruined tomorrow's show. Everything you and the others did would be for nothing. I'm not giving up on us, even if this ridiculous prohibition. Your words at the rehearsal come back to you as you leave the venue and you shake your head. You knew they were true the moment they left your lips. Later in that day, in your studio, you received a text from Napstablook saying that the lyrics are ready, and they'll record the song today. Did METTATON find the inspiration he needed? You keep wondering about it until the backup dancers arrive. Going over the song once, you see they cleaned and memorized the steps and you're proud. Hello, darlings! METTATON enters the doorstep and dancers greet him. He's in his normal form today as well, and he stands out as he takes his position at the front. Together they practice, and you walk around making sure the change of positions between METTATON and the dancers is working, and that both dances work together. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water for a bit. Oh, okay. You continue until the sun disappears from the sky, giving place to the many lights from the buildings. They shine like stars, replacing the hidden constellations that you can't see because of the strong lights of the city. Alright guys, you're dismissed for now. You close practice when the song ends another time, and the dancers give a tired cheer. Don't forget to rest tomorrow. We'll go over the choreography tours again at the venue, so remember to arrive early. After they leave, METTATON leans on the bar, fanning himself, his fans working hard to cool him down. It'll be a huge success, darling. I can already see it. With your dance, Bluesky's music, Shiren's voice, and my flawless body and voice personality, this performance will blow people's minds. You chuckle, grabbing an MTT pink glamour snack your boss brought you. I hope so. Being this close to him makes your mind wander to the kiss. The way his hands were holding you close to his lips fitted perfectly against yours, your breaths mingling into one. Birds? You blink, snapping your attention back to METTATON. You space out a moment, darling. What were you thinking about? Me? He's putting his lip again! No! You just say to be honest, to see what he'll say, so you deadpan. Yeah. Oh! The robot looks at you without knowing what to say, and you chuckle at his reaction, rubbing your neck. You can't bring yourself to tell him what you were really thinking about. I was thinking that you learned the choreography pretty well. His face brightens up in an instant, and you see a hint of relief in his features. If it's because of the change of subject of the compliment, you aren't sure. You think so? But I'm having difficulty with the movement, darling. I was hoping you could help me. You stop in the middle of taking a bite from your neglected snack, furrowing your brows. He danced perfectly to all the steps, so what is he talking about? Which one? Oh my god, what is it? This one! He makes a slow body roll descending until one of the knees touches the ground. What? What is going on? Your eyes lock on his frame and you swallow dry. What? What? You put your foot down and get closer to him, looking at the frames in the mirror. Do it again! Hey, commanding, I see. METTATON says, but does the movement nonetheless. What is he doing? You put a hand on your chin as you observe him. You can finally see his difficulty. You need to put your arms more to the back like this. You do the movement yourself to show him. METTATON's eyes never leaving your body. Like this. He does the movement again, but it's still quite right. It's still not quite right. No. You purse your lips, getting closer to him. Make the basic pose. He complies and you grab his metallic arms, putting them in the right position. Still holding him, you lock your eyes with Hughes in the mirror. Now move. Anton's makes the body roll as he gazes at you. You're pretty sure your face is burning right now, but you don't let go until he stops. There you go. Thank you, darling. His voice is soft, so uncharacteristic of him, and you look up at his face instinctively to see what's wrong. Bruh. He's giving you a smile so warm that it makes your breath get caught in your throat. You shouldn't be allowed to do that, especially not after what happened today. It's already difficult now enough to be this close to him. You nod and get away from the robot before something similar to what had happened at the venue occurs. Grabbing your snack, you resume eating to occupy yourself. The book told me you'll record the song today. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I imagine you're finished the works then. METTATON stands by your side and looks at you with a strange look in his eyes. Yes, I finally found out what I was looking for. You smile, glad that he was able to find inspiration to write. That's great. You can feel that there's something unsaid between the both of you, and as the METTATON helps you to arrange everything to close the studio for the day, a moment of silence falls on the room. You glance at METTATON, seeing the lights from the buildings outside, reflecting on his metal skin. Your eyes focus on his lips. You still can't get over that kiss. Maybe kissing people like that is a common thing for an actor like him, but you felt there was something more to it, and that uncertainty is almost driving you crazy. You're aware that tomorrow is the big day, and that you were already lucky not to be fired for what happened today, but you can't help the doubt that it is growing inside your soul. The whole week METTATON has been acting strange around you, and today was the last straw. You can't pretend that this isn't interfering in your job anymore. If you don't hear it from METTATON, you won't be able to rest. You think of a subtle way to ask him, and with a deep breath, you start talking. Boss? Yes, love? You aren't sure when he began to call you love, but you have many other things to worry about right now, so you put it to the side. There's something for another day. About what happened earlier at the venue with the play, was everything you said in the script? METTATON blinks a few times before letting out a laugh. Of course! I had to improvise a little because of your new lines, beautiful. And I have to thank you again for that, but it was all in the script. A little pesky hope in your chest that wished there was something more crumbles at these words. Dude, this looks bad on you, METTATON. This looks really bad on you. Well, why do you ask? You want to hear it from him, and you got what you wanted. You smile, trying to ignore the aching in your chest. I was just curious. Now, you have no reason to focus completely on the presentation tomorrow, but what about the surprise? A small voice says in your head, making you widen your eyes. The surprise? METTATON tilts his head as he analyzes your shocked expression. What is it, darling? Is something the matter? What about my surprise? Your surprise? You narrow your eyes at him. I can't believe you forgot about it. METTATON leans in closer at you and whispers. About giving you what you wanted for a long time? What was it? You tisk, backing up a step. METTATON laughs with all his soul. You cross your arms over the chest, unamused. Oh, darling, aren't you an eager little thing? You purse your lips. Come on, I've been waiting for a whole week. METTATON sighs before muttering in a quiet voice. And I've been waiting for a year. What? Your eyes widen as his words reach your ears. What? Look at the time. He looks at his wrist, but he doesn't have a watch. Well, changing the subject, I have to go record the song. Wait, boss. I'll see you tomorrow, gorgeous. Toodles! Mettaton! You tried to call after him. He's already left. You sigh, picking up your half-eaten snack. Why does he have to make it so suspenseful? It's for the drama, that's probably why. As you finally leave the studio and the sounds of the night surrounds you, the disappointment of hearing from METTATON that all that happened at the rehearsal was in the script keeps in your mind, making you sigh. But you won't let it bring you down. It's better like this, since nothing could happen because of the romance ban anyway. You have to move on and focus on the show. To relax for tomorrow, you decide to watch METTATON's play at home. Like he had told you, he's portraying both characters. In one half, he's the noble, and in the other, he's the mercenary. He's the lover, being a different person in each part. But during the whole 1.5 hour in which METTATON declared his love to the other protagonist, there wasn't a single kiss scene. Isn't it because he's like both of the actors? So he can't kiss himself. What happened to the rehearsal wasn't in the script. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, it was loading. Oh, wow, it was so loud. Humans and monsters run from side to side across the backstage, carrying clothes, makeup boxes, and some sound mixers. More makeup boxes. Everything is chaos, and you smile albeit a bit nervously. It's the big day. Everything is almost ready. You have 1 hour until the show begins. Looking quickly from behind the curtains, you see METTATON's fans already waiting, calling his name from time to time. All the tickets are sold out, so the place is full of humans and monsters who share a passion for the charismatic robots. Hold on, guys, I have to do something real quick. So... Okay, I'm back. You remember seeing them before in one of METTATON's shows. And speaking of METTATON, you haven't seen him since yesterday. He must be busy with all the preparations, even more so than everyone else. He still can't get over the fact that he lied to you about the script. He let out a small sigh. Why would he do that? Because he loves you and probably wanted to kiss you for a long time, possibly. But you decide to worry about this when the show is over. You must give it your all to make the performance memorable. You go to backstage to check if the dancers have already arrived. Looking at the buffet table, you see the little white dog and chuckle. It seems that they weren't able to make him leave. He begins to bark at the table, but when people try to give him food, he refuses to eat. That's weird. Maybe he wants something else. He wants you! Toby Fox wants you! With furrowed brows, you turn around to go find Diana, but then she runs past you with her hand covering her mouth, like she's about going to vomit. Diana? You call, but she's already far away, heading towards the bathroom. You take a look around and notice some human employees are sitting on the ground, their monster co-workers standing around them with worried expressions. A bad feeling settles in your stomach. What's happening? Medical assistance arrives to care for the sick employees, and you notice that the little white dog is barking more instantly at the buffet table. Only humans are close to it, grabbing plates with food. The monster employees prefer not to eat human food in situations like this, since it takes longer for their bodies to digest and the food, and that slows them down. You got closer to the dog, and he wags his tail, happy that someone's paying attention to him. Hey, what's the matter? You ask the dog, and he growls at the table. With furrowed brows, you try to look around the buffet for something strange, and then it hits you like a bucket of cold water. We didn't ask for a buffet. What is going- Whoa, wait, what is going on? I didn't know there was gonna be something suspicious happening. METTATON always leaves the celebrations for after the shows. You run to the front of the table, stopping your human co-workers from grabbing more food. Stop, don't eat it! They'll all stop and look at you with furrowed brows. What's the problem? You did something happen? You nod, pointing to the food. METTATON never asked for backstage buffets. This shouldn't be here. Some people wrinkle their noses at the food, putting it back at the table. What, do you think it's poison or something? The person laughs and takes a sweet from the table before they can stop them. They chew and swallow the food with a smile, but everyone stares at them. What a... You're such an idiot, my guy. See, no problem. The others sigh in relief, but you have a bad feeling about this. The person shakes their head at you and tries to walk away. After the first step, they hiss, putting a hand over their stomach, a pain expression on their face. The little white dog growls while the person doubles over in pain. The other employees scream for help, and soon a nurse arrives to put the new sick person on the stretcher. You watch everything with wide eyes, unsure of what to do. METTATON is nowhere to be seen. You see Napstablook floating in your direction. Bird, what's happening? The buffet was poisoned, Napstablook. Please, you need to warn METTATON as fast as possible. You look around and see that everyone is beginning to get desperate. He needs to come before this transforms into chaos. I'll find him. Napstablook gives you a serious nod before disappearing. You look around frantically. If someone's here to sabotage the performance, then the poisoned buffet is just the beginning. What if it's like Archie somehow? Like, we don't know that many characters in this game. The MTT Enterprise has lots of rivals, so it's not difficult to imagine that one of them did this. You frantically try to think of what to do, but the employees are talking to you all at the same time, and you can't focus. You're one of the managers, so they expect you to have a solution. Sighing, you rub your temples. Where are the other managers? What are we going to do? We need to call the police. If we call the cops now, the information of the poisoning will be leaked and the show will be ruined. How many humans ate the poisoned food? You tighten your jaw in irritation and whistle as loudly as you can. Guys, calm down. Luckily, they all stop talking and look at you. We can't lose time. We have 40 minutes until the show. I need someone to make a list of who's ill and won't be able to participate. We need to find people to fill in the further of them. Human and the monster agree to do that and leave with quick strides. The others stare at you waiting. Whomever poisoned the buffet is probably not done yet. Keep an eye out for anyone suspicious. An employee arrives with two monsters in armor, and everyone turns to look at them. They're two former royal guards from underground who were work as security guards for METTATON. You normally don't only see them when the situation is downright awful, so their arrival isn't a good sign. Oh, I think I know like who these two are. These were like the bodyguards that you could have fought, right? And they actually like loved each other. Like romantically love each other. The white little dog barks at you, and you turn to him, seeing him signaling for you to follow him. It seems important, and since the dog alerted you about the buffet, you should listen to him. Continue with the preparations, everyone. I'll be right back in a moment. The employees nod, a little calmer, and you follow the little dog. He takes you to where Diana is sitting on the other side of the room, her face a pale and color, and the nurse by her side. Diana, are you feeling better? She gives you a weak nod. Oh, little bird, I'm glad you're here. I saw a stranger going to the electric machines. I'd go after them, but I can't. You need, like, to arrest someone? You turn around and see the royal guards behind you. Like, we can help, right, bro? The other one nods, his armor shining under the bright lights. When you're about to go to the electric machines, you see Archie walk by carrying a box. You watch him with attention, a frown creasing your forehead. Where was he all this time? Archie glances behind him. making sure no one's looking and enters a corridor. His behavior is really suspicious, and you wonder why he's being so furtive when everyone else is panicking or sick. You're divided between going to the electric machines or following Archie to find out what he's up to. Let's follow Archie. You try to walk as quietly as possible as you follow Archie through the corridor with the Royal Guard. 001, RG01 for short, following you close behind. The other guard would have went to the electric machines to investigate. You see Archie smiling, looking inside the box he was carrying before. "What are you doing here, Archie?" You ask with a nonchalant voice, and Archie flinches, turning to glare at you. "Don't scare me like that." He sees RG01 and arches one eyebrow. "What's the meaning of this?" You ignore his question and approach him. "What's inside the box?" He seems reluctant for a moment, but he glances at RG01 and sighs. With impatience, he turns the box to you, and you can see that it's filled with papers. You grab one and see it was the address of Frisk, Toriel, and other monsters that are Mettaton's friends. Bro, why do you have that? What is going on? Okay. Oh, what's the meaning of this? I'm cataloging Mettaton's acquaintances for the future reference. Surely you won't arrest me for that, will you? But why do you have them? Like, I know but it's kind of still suspicious that you still have that, even though you're having them as reference. And you have... Did Mettaton ask for this or no? Where is he? The smug smile on his face is infuriating, but he's right. He shouldn't be stalking Mettaton's friends. But you can't send them to the police because of that. You hear screams coming from the backstage, and you snap your head to the end of the corridor. You should go checking what's happening. You tighten your jaw in anger, but turn around and head backstage with RG01. Why can't he come with us too? Because, like... When you arrive, you see everyone's shocked face at RG01 carries a man under his arms. The man is thrashing around, trying to get free. "Let me go, you monster scum!" RG02 sees you and points to the guy. He was trying to cut off the power. "I'll, deliver him to the police outside." The information of the whole incident will be leaked as soon as he does that, but there's no other way. You nod at the monster, thanking him for the help. "No, let me go!" He looks at the stunned employees and spits on the ground. "You monster scum, go back to where you came from!" He groans in pain. The RG01 squeezes him, but soon he resumes. He's shouting until his voice is just as far away. Cry. Sigh. Looking back at the dejected faces of humans and monsters, a human employee puts an arm over a sniffing bunny monster's shoulder and comforting them.
"We have 30 minutes until the show is it's over."
Sound of boots hitting the hard floor get your attention. You turn to see Mettaton heading to your direction, ignoring the other managers by his side, who are trying to calm him down. Dude, where were you? Where were you? Everyone's face brightened up at seeing the robots. He's already ready for the show, and new clothes looking amazing on him. Diana really doesn't joke around. Mettaton gets close to you and gently cradles your face in his hands, inspecting your face. "Are you okay, darling? Did you eat anything from the buffet?" You shake your head as much as you can in his hold, your eyes admiring in awe the new red highlights in his hair. They're pink, but they're pink. "I'm fine, I didn't eat anything." Mettaton sighs in relief and lets go of your face with a careful movement, his metal fingers lingering on your skin. "Thank goodness." He turns around to face the other monsters who are looking at you, both with confused expressions. You swallow dry, feeling your face heat up a little under their gaze. "Gather everyone you can hear, darlings. We need to have an emergency meeting. Now." But the Royal Guards patrol the area to see if there's anything wrong, but it seems that the sabotage attacks have stopped. There's a buzz outside from various reporters trying to find out more about what happened, since they probably saw the saboteur being arrested. But RG01 and 2 are guarding the entrances. The employees gather everyone backstage, and they circle around Mettaton, ready to listen to him. You can hear worried murmurs here and there. The list with the sick humans' names is then in Mettaton's head. He looks around with a serious face. "We have 15 minutes until the performance, darlings. First, we need a substitute for everyone who's ill." Lion raises his hand, and everyone turns to look at him. I could help with Diana's part. I know how to organize the outfits." Mettaton nods, grinning at Lion. Wonderful. Now, we need someone to take care of the lights. In 10 minutes, almost every task is divided and everyone back to the preparations. But METTATON still looks preoccupied. What's the problem, boss? We still need a backup dancer. Oh. METTATON looks at you and hopeful eyes. He's like, I've been waiting for this. What do you say, darling? I know you'd prefer not to dance today, but you can do this for me. You swallow, dry at the gentle tone of his voice. I don't have the costumes. Actually, your eyes widen as Lion brings you a paper bag. Diana made these for you, in case you changed your mind. You grab the bag with him, with trembling hands. You can't help but be nervous at the sudden change. For the whole week, you prepared yourself mentally not to dance by METTATON's side. The robot stretches a hand to you. So, love, are you going to dance with me? No. I can't. There's a collective sigh, and you can see your coworkers shaking their head in disappointment. Everyone was waiting for your answer. METTATON retracts his head and nods with a serious expression. She's going to choose someone else as the backup dancer. He clears his throat and everyone looks at him. We only have 15 minutes left, but we can't do it, darlings. We didn't get this far to let something like this stop us. The show must go on. The others give a powerful cheer and you watch as they leave. METTATON gives you a smile before following after them. The show begins and you stay backstage to help organize everything, just like you had planned the whole week. When the backup dancers leave the stage to change clothes, they don't seem happy that you didn't dance with them, but you hope they can understand. Your co-workers that are backstage, however, are excited that you stayed to help them. Oh, so there are people who are happy. You aren't able to stop for even one movement, because there are always someone that needs your help with something. You hear the crowd chanting METTATON's name and a pang of sadness hits you. Some of your co-workers are watching the show on the small TV, and you can see METTATON performing. You let out a sigh, you could be there with him. But you soon shake your head and go help with Lion with the costumes. At least you're being useful somehow. After an hour or so, the show ends and everyone is talking excitedly as they leave the stage. You look around trying to find METTATON in the middle of the crowd of employees. Some co-workers thank you for your hard work as you pass, but you don't see METTATON anywhere. You spot the robot talking with a reporter and begin to get closer to him. When you're in the middle of the way, Archie peers in front of you with a smile. Oh, you want to talk to METTATON? I don't think so. What do you mean, I don't think so? You try to get past him, then he blocks your way. I mean that you don't work with him anymore. So you can't even go backstage. What? I was talking with the other employees and your moral conduct this week has been terrible. So I talked with the other managers and we decided it's better if you leave. What about METTATON? Archie scoffs with his disgusted face. He's been blind by your affection for you. You feel a lump in your throat and take a deep breath. Bro, what if he's lying? Did he actually talk with the managers or is he actually saying some bullshit? I want to talk with him. As I said before, I don't think so. I'll make sure you can't get closer to him anymore. He makes a gesture to the royal guards as they approach, towering over you. I'm like super sorry. Me too. Before you can run, each one grab one of your arms and thrash around, trying to free yourself, but it's useless. The monsters are too strong. They begin to take you to the door of the venue. No! Archie laughs as he watches you, and you swear his cruel eyes turn red. I'd forgotten how naive humans are. Bro, what? This is twist. One less dead weight in my way. He blinks as if breaking off a daze and smiles at you, his eyes normal again. Goodbye, Bert. You strain your neck around to look at METTATON to ask for help, but he's absorbed in his interview. It seems like he forgot about your existence and the surprise he had promised you. You hang your head as the royal guards carry you to the exit, knowing that even if you called, nobody would come. Yeah, we did it! We finished the game! Yeah! We didn't get up with METTATON. Okay, so I guess I'll play the game again and try doing all like the options that seem like more towards like getting to interact with METTATON more. Because there were some where I just didn't interact with him. Actually, let's just try going back to the part where, like, Archie, where we had the choice to go to Archie or the guy, who was sabotaging the place, so I'm really curious what those choices would have been like. I kind of wish I could, like, skip with Z, but I guess I can't. Yeah, I have to, like, manually click this. This isn't an RPG Maker game. I think this was created in Unity, so it's, like, just, like, a visual novel. I did really like. I think the story is like pretty well structured though, compared to like the other games that this creator has made. They seem pretty short, but this one is like the longest one I've ever played for from their games, and I really like how structured it is. And also, I do like the nice references they mention about like the other characters. Okay, so let's go to the electric machines. You decide to go to the corridor that leads to the electric machines with Royal Guard 02, RGO2 for short. The other guard wants to investigate what Archie's doing. You walk quietly side by side until you hear a quiet sound ahead of you, and RGO2 stops you from going further. He gives you a nod before going first. Emmett is kneeled in front of the machine's wires. You stop! He stills when he hears RGO2's deep voice, the plier in his hand shining under the dim lights. He's trying to cut off the power. A second longer and he would be successful. He tries to run, but RGO2 grabs him by the neck with force. Let me go, you monster scum! And with a quick movement, RGO2 pulls the man under his arms, immobilizing him. The man turns to you with furious eyes. Why are you helping these beasts? Can't you see they're invading our home? You look at the man with disgust. The service is on humans' property. Monsters have the same right to be here as we do. Bring him, RGO2. You come to RGO2 as he brings the man back to the backstage. Okay. The man keeps thrashing around non-stop, but it's futile to try to escape from RGO2's strong arms. Everyone turns to look at him as he is carried away by the Royal Guard. RGO2 nods at you. Okay, so this is to be similar, and then METTATON just comes in, he's like, hey guys! Okay. This time I'll try actually like dancing with him. See if I get like a different ending. I'm assuming it might be the same. I want to see. Okay. Dance. You take METTATON's hand and he beams at you. I'll dance. You hear your coworkers let out a relieved breath and you look around, seeing that everyone is waiting for your answer. METTATON squeezes your hand with a grin before turning to the others. That's it, darlings. We can do it. We didn't get this far to let something like this stop us. The show must go on. The crew gives a powerful cheer and goes back to work with renewed energy and hope. METTATON gives your hand a little squeeze. Let's do this, darling. With 5 minutes until the show starts, you stand behind the curtains in your costume side by side with the other dancers. They're ecstatic to be dancing by your side, and you can't help but smile. Maybe it'll give them more confidence. If only they knew you're as nervous as them. You breath deeply, heart hammering against your ribcage. When the lights turn off on the stage, all that can be heard are the screams from the fans. METTATON laughs and looks at you. It's showtime! The crowd goes wild when METTATON enters the stage, and you and the dancers following close behind. The bright, colorful lights shine and change. How's everything going? We're dancing with METTATON, and apparently the staff got poisoned. So, and also, one of the employees is probably like a monster instead of a human, and trying to ruin METTATON's life. The bright, colorful lights shine and change in a matter of seconds, and the booming music seems to beat the same rhythm of your hearts. You forgot how amazing it is to be in a performance like this, to feel the energy of all these people together, and to be a part of the choreography with the other dancers. METTATON is where he loves the spotlight, the center of all the attention. The old dancers go by fast, and in the blink of an eye, the fans knowing all of them by heart and singing along. And before you know it, you and your backup dancers go change clothes for the last time for the new song. Mettaton taps his feet compulsively as you wait for the stage to be ready. The crowd keeps chanting, Mettaton, we love you! And you can feel goosebumps rise in your arms again. When you get closer to your boss, you put a hand on his arm. He stops fidgeting. Let's show them how what the MTT show can be. Mettaton grins and the crew signals that now is time. Oh yes, darlings! He cries out and the crowd erupts into cheers. I hope you're ready for this one. This is the first time you're hearing the lyrics of the song, and it fits the melody perfectly. Besides the suggestive lyrics, the song is about taking risks to be with the one you love. Mettaton really has outdone himself, and his voice sounds as beautiful as ever. And let the melody guide your body, and are glad to see that the choreography that you made fits the song well. Mettaton glances at you when you're doing the body roll, and you laugh hearing the audience roar. Adding the move to the dance was a great idea. When the last note sounds, everyone stops absorbing the performance. There's a brief moment of silence where you can only hear your labored breathing, and then the ovation begins. The crowd screams Mettaton's name over and over again, and the happiness and elation is obvious in his face. He walks to the edge of the stage. Thank you for all coming tonight, darlings. None of this would be possible without you and my crew. He turns around and motions to the backup dancers. The MTT dancers. The crowd cheers, then Mettaton continues. Sharon on the vocals. The scream gets louder. Napsipuk the DJ. Napsipuk sheds a few tears, and the crowd goes crazy. And last but not least, Bird with the choreography. Mettaton puts an arm over your shoulder, and the screams get even louder, if that's even possible. You roll your eyes playfully at your boss. Why does he have to tease his hardcore fans? The robot gives you a big smile before letting go of you. You smile back and give the crowd a little bow before leaving the stage, with the others a big grin on your face. Thank you so much for being here, tonight, darlings. Thank you. Some coworkers thank you for your hard work as you pass, but you don't see a Mettaton anywhere. You spot the robot talking with the reporter and begin to get closer to him. When you're in the middle of the way, Archie appears in front of you with a smile. Oh yeah, he's like, I don't think so. Actually, you can't. Yeah. Okay, so this is probably the same ending, right? Bro, wow, it is the same ending. Okay. Even when he danced with him, we still got kicked out. Okay. So I have to, have to go back and actually, interact with him more. Okay. Yay! Now we dance with Mettaton, yay! How did Mettaton not see us? I thought we were, at least close at a distance. Okay. Okay, so I think I can start at chapter 1, and then try to talk with Mettaton, at the dancing, yeah. Okay. Time to speedrun. I wish we kind of got to see Dr. Alpheus, or maybe RGO1, RGO2 sprites. But at least it was nice to see Napsipuk though. Okay, so stay in the studio. You can't lose the opportunity to meet with Mettaton. Maybe you can talk with Diana later. Sorry, Diana, I can't go right now, but it's urgent. I really can't, I'm sorry. You hang up before she can say anything else. Resuming their stretching, you wait for Mettaton to arrive. After a couple of minutes, you hear the door handle move and look at the door with expectation. Oh! Oh, never mind! Okay, was it just the illusion of a choice? Diana enters the room, her intern Lion following suit, his blue dress contrasting with the pink hues of the room. Diana, what are you doing here? I told you it's urgent. She sounds really desperate, but if Mettaton arrives now, you won't be able to talk to him properly. I'm busy. Diana opens her mouth and says something, but you give her a stern look as she sighs. Fine. She huffs, going to the door, and Lion gives you a sad look before following her out of the room. Bro! What? Okay. I mean, the thing she asked us for wasn't really, our specialty, though. You let out a deep breath. It was hard to do that, but you can't could wait for Mettaton. Now you could wait for Mettaton. Bro, is this actually leading to the bad ending? Was actually picking Diana the better choice? I'm gonna look right now. Is there like an ending like list to see like how to get the other endings? Or you could just probably like test it out. I don't know what ending I got, but I'm assuming I got bad time. I don't see also doxing how to get the other ending, so I guess I'll just kind of wing it. Time passes at a slow pace, your expectations making the minutes seem like hours. You begin to dance, trying to figure out movements for the choreography. In the middle of a turn, your phone beeps a second time, and you almost run to see who sent you a message. It's from METTATON. Darling, it turns out I won't be able to visit you today. Sorry, XOXO. You grunt in frustration, passing a hand through your hair. You waited for him and ditched Diana for nothing. Putting your phone down, and you look at your reflection in the mirror. You usually don't let your feelings interfere with your job like this. Bro, like... I feel like we could have told Diana why we were busy, though. We didn't say anything to her. That's why she was upset. With a deep sigh, you lean on the bar near the mirror window. What's happening to you? You shake your head with a tisk and go back to your routine. After some minutes, you realize it's impossible to concentrate, and without motivation to do anything else, you grab your things, deciding it's better to go home for the day. Okay, maybe that wasn't a good choice. Yeah, that just made me go back to, let's go to chapter 2. So, okay, let me just talk with Diana then. Just go with Diana. I don't know how, like, the autosave works with this. Like, I'm assuming it saves my previous action. So we're gonna go talk with Diana, because I feel like that's the actual right choice. And then I'll just skip through that, and then let's not try to push Naps the book. Or maybe we could push her one time and then say, like, okay, let's forget it. Okay. Oh, also, I wish we got to see Burger Pants. He was just mentioned. Did I see Mettaton here? No, Mettaton not here. Okay, and then after this, yeah, this is where we get to talk with Naps the Blue, and we could let's just push him one time. Pressure them. Change the subject. You decide to let it slide and change the subject, trying not to make the ghost uncomfortable. So Naps the Bloke, what's the next step for the song? They also don't have too much time until the presentation, but you know, they can do it. We need to work on the lyrics. Mettaton is better at this part. You say my lyrics are too grunge. You know, Naps the Bloke has a habit of being melancholic. Mettaton told you if one day his cousin asked for you to lay down on the ground and feel like garbage with them, that you should lay down, but tell Naps the Bloke to feel absolutely gorgeous instead. The ghost seems unsure for a moment before talking. Oh, and you can call me Bluesky if you want, but if you don't want to, that's okay too. You grin, trying to control the swirl of emotions in your chest. Mettaton's usually the only one who calls them that. You have been waiting for the ghosts to be comfortable around you since you met them, and it seems to be finally happening. This was a big step to making friends with Bluesky, so you can't stop smiling. You're about to continue the conversation when someone knocks on the door. A second later, the door is thrown open, though anyway. Bluesky, dear, are you here? At the sight of Mettaton, the butterflies in your stomach go out of control, and you want to slap yourself. Mettaton sees you and stops in his tracks. Oh my! He gives you a sly smirk and you swallow dry. What are you guys doing here all alone? You wouldn't want to know. You wouldn't want to know! Nah, let's do this. We were working on the song together. Bluesky already has an idea. Mettaton gasps at your words. Bluesky! His eyes widen a fraction as it dawns on you. This was the first time Mettaton heard you call Naps the Bloke like that. He glanced at Bluesky and grinned. Bluesky and I are good friends. I can see that. He keeps staring at you. He keeps staring at each other until Bluesky makes a little noise. I'm interrupting, right? I guess I'll just go. Mettaton breaks the gaze and stops the ghost before they can leave. Nonsense! Come on, Bluesky. Show me the song you're working on. Okay. Bluesky will plays the sample of the song and METTATON has a focused face on it as he listens to it. The music keeps playing as Bluesky turns to the robot. What do you think? I love it, Bluesky. It'll go marvelously with the new concept. I'm glad. You watch their interaction with a smile. METTATON always puts up a show when he's around other people, but when he's with Bluesky, he's much more at ease, like he can relax without having to entertain everyone all the time. It's a great sight. We still need to work on the lyrics. I know. The robot hums and the gaze shifts to you, catching you off guard. Anything you want to share, beautiful? Oh. You look at the sides and once again remember the article from this morning. I think it was provocative. Yeah, I think it was provocative what they said. I read today the provocative lyrics are trending right now. Bluesky nods, agreeing with you. That's true. The radio doesn't stop playing the one called Fell in Love with a Monster. METTATON hums, thinking for a moment. And how do humans use them in their songs, darling? There's no mystery, really. You let your eyes wander around the studio as you think of some examples. If the meaning is too heavy, most people tend to circle around it, using metaphors instead. My, I see. He looks at you with an unreadable smile, and you arch one brow, staring back at him. What, do you have an idea? He blinks as if breaking off a haze before a smirk lifts his lips. Not yet, darling, but I'm sure it'll come around. You nod, averting your eyes from these pink ones before your stomach erupts in butterflies again. With a sample of the song from Bluesky, you leave them discussing the lyrics and go to your studio. Begin with the main dance, the one that METTATON will perform. Okay, I think this is the same. Let's speedrun this too. Should be the same as well. But do you have anything? Oh, sneak peek, wait. I don't know what you should do. Oh! Wait, was this? No? Wait. I want her to show him, right? Something, right? You go onto your laptop and press play on the song. Alright, just one part. I guess I skipped some important information. Sorry about that. METTATON's eyes seem to shine as he smiles at you. Deal. You close your eyes and breathe deeply, concentrating as the upbeat melody fills the whole studio. When the right part comes, you open your eyes and begin to dance, trying to remember the steps you created earlier. As you move, you can feel METTATON's eyes on you, but you focus on your reflection on the mirror. Thankfully, the part of the song soon comes to an end and you stop trying to control your breathing. METTATON claps and you give him a bashful smile as you go to your laptop to stop the song. I never get tired of seeing you dance, it inspires me. I'm so glad I found you 2 years ago. You swallow hard and grin, blaming the heat on your face on the effort of dancing. You could say the same about him. Thank you, boss. I'm happy to have met you. METTATON opens his mouth to say something when his cell phone rings. Excuse me for a moment, darling. You watch as he turns around and answers the phone. MTT talking. There's silence for a moment as he listens to whoever is on the other side of the line, and you look over your choreography notes, trying to pay attention to the conversation. What? You almost jump at METTATON's loud voice. He turns around outraged, and you wonder what happened. What do you mean the venue is occupied? There's a rapid noise coming from the phone as the person tries to explain themselves. So you're telling me the little white dog won't let anyone get in there because he's sleeping and blocking the door? Again? METTATON's legs out a big sigh, passing a hand through his hair, and you watch and wonder as his dark locks go black to the place as if nothing happened. I'll be there in a minutes. He smiles at you after ending the call, a hint of apology in his eyes. Toby Fox. I must go now, beautiful. I have a problem to take care of. He waves at you as he heads over to the exit. Keep up the fabulous work. Oh. You wave goodbye at him and stay there, stunned, looking at his retaining frame until he closes the door with a bit more force than usual. You hope his employees succeed in making the little dog relieve before he gets there, or else it looks like they're going to have a bad time. Haha. Haha, Sans reference. Bad time. And early this morning, okay. This should also be the same. Okay. And then this time I guess we'll just stay. Stay. You give him a little smile, looking at the couch on the other side of the room. I'll sleep on the couch then, if you don't mind. I'll leave early in the morning. He smiles, his eyes almost shining with excitement. Don't worry about it, beautiful. As you go to the couch, you see some pink diaries on the floor that you didn't notice before. What are those? What are those? Nelson's eyes widen a fraction before he rubs his neck. Ignore them for now. That's suspicious. I really want to share it with you, but it's better to wait for after this chaos is over. Your curiosity is eager to know more, to discover more things about him, but you're aware that it's better to wait and respect his time. Alright, is this part of the surprise? Metton shakes his head and chuckles. Oh no, beautiful, the surprise is something else. You bite your lip, wanting to know more, but you know he won't spill anything until the end of the week. Metton grabs a pillow and some covers for you and puts them on the sofa. Want to watch some TV, darling? You know it'll take some time to digest the information that you're going to sleep in your boss's flat, and then relax enough to actually do it, so you nod. Sure. You expect METTATON to go back to whatever he was doing after turning the TV on, but the robots sit down by your side, not making your situation any easier. Breathe deeply. Relax, just ignore ritual. You try not to glance at his form by your side, at the way his coat is opening more and revealing his metal skin, and focus on the show on the screen. One of METTATON's plays is on air, and you smile at the plot comes back to you. I remember this one. It's a story about the journey of Frisk in the underworld until they destroyed the barrier. The child ambassador even participated portraying all themselves. Yay, Frisk! They told you one time in secret that what happened in real life wasn't exactly like in the play, which ends with METTATON helping Frisk break the barrier with his powerful voice. Wait, that's the fake one, right? That the METTATON helping Frisk is the fake scene. METTATON laughs as he appears on the screen in a beautiful blue dress, quite similar to the one Lion usually uses. This is one of my favorite parts. You end up watching the play together. Okay, I thought for a moment METTATON said that, oh, the part of Frisk doing alone was lying. I actually helped him. I thought that that's what he was meaning at first, but he meant the opposite, that the play was showing that METTATON helped at the very end. He still knows the lines and acts them for you, making you laugh and forget about your nervousness around him. You don't know what you're... What? The eyes begin touching, but you're too comfortable to move. Oh, okay. METTATON's metal skin emits some sort of heat and relaxes your still tired body and makes it hard to pay attention to the TV. It's at the final fight with Asgore, when your eyes get heavy for the second time today, you close them for a brief moment. Bright light makes you flutter your eyes open. You notice with a hiss that your head is on something hard and move, looking up. Your breath gets caught in your throat when you see you're leaning on METTATON's chest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You put a hand over your mouth, suppressing a gasp as the memories come back to you. You must have fallen asleep while watching TV, but why didn't METTATON go back to his bed? You can hear your rapidly beating pulse in your ears as you try not to freak out. If someone sees you right now, the scandal will be real. Will METTATON consider this sort of flirting and fire you? You aren't sure, but so you quietly begin to move away from the sleeping robot. There's a little sound similar to the one computers make when they are initializing, and you freeze. METTATON blinks a couple of times. He looks around until he's focusing his eyes settle on your mortified ones. He smiles, not seeming bothered at all by the position you both are right now, bruh. Oh, hello, darling. The sound of his voice makes you come back to your senses, and you begin to get away again. But in your rush, you lose your balance and end up bleeding on the hard plate of your stomach for support. Menton lets out a breathy gasp and you feel your face heating up instantly at the sound. You quickly remove your hands and resume getting away from him, putting some distance between you two. METTATON looks away for a moment and you see the heart is brighter than it was before, but then the robot clears his throat and the light goes on. So, did you sleep well? You snap your head to him and shake your head in embarrassment. I'm sorry, boss, I shouldn't have stayed. He puts a hand on your arm and gives a little comforting squeeze. But, darling, calm down, it's okay. Part of you is happy, but it doesn't seem like he's going to fire you for this. But the other one can't calm down. If you leave now and someone sees you, it'll definitely look like a walk of shame out of your boss's flat. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be one. Your mind insists that you almost nod in agreement before furrowing your brows. Now it's definitely not the time for this. Looking at the clock on the nightstand, you let out a worried sigh. You slept too much and now people will be roaming around the building. You shouldn't have left earlier when no one was around. I'm sorry, this isn't something an employee should do. If someone sees me here, it can ruin the whole show. It's difficult to look METTATON in the eyes when you talk. He looks at you, sorrowful expression, his eyebrows furrow in worry. Oh darling, I consider you much more than my employee. You look at him in amazement, but does he consider you then? He continues before you ask. And I already said it, okay? No one will see you here. METTATON gets up on the from the couch going to his closets. Now you keep going. Keep some spare clothes in your studio, right? You see him slipping out of his coat through the open door and breathe down hard. Yeah, I do. Grabbing a suit from the wardrobe, METTATON puts in on swiftly. So worry not, beautiful. I'll go and get your clothes so you can take a shower before going to your studio. Your eyes widen and you shake your head as he calmly puts on his belt. Oh no, that's okay. METTATON waves his hand, already exiting the closet and heading towards the bedroom door. No, I insist. It's the least I can do to help you out. You bite your lip, knowing that arguing with him will be fruitless. Alright, thank you, boss. He lets out a long, gleeful sigh. I really want to tell you to call me by my name, darling, but I just love it when you call me like that. You tilt your head in confusion as he pauses in the doorway. I'll call you what, boss? Don't test me, darling. He winks and then he's gone, leaving you in the middle of his room, mouth slightly agape at his words. You shake your head with a smile. After 2 years working for him, he could still surprise you with stuff like this. Along with the clothes, METTATON ends up bringing you a tray with breakfast. You're calmer when he comes back, but seeing him with the tray makes you smile from ear to ear and want to hide in a hole at the same time. How can you keep your cool around him if he keeps doing things like this? It's like he specifically chose this week to make your life more difficult. Thankfully, METTATON doesn't seem affected by your practically sleeping on top of him yesterday and talks to you normally. It seems like you can keep your job for a bit longer. After taking a shower and eating breakfast, you have to go. METTATON tells you to go first to avoid any suspicion. Thank you, boss, for everything. Anything for you, love. You breathe in deeply, wishing he'd stop saying things like that and spare your hearts. You have practice today. Don't be late like last time. You can hurry, beauty and grandeur, darling. Oh, you can't hurry, okay. You sigh. He'll probably be late, and most likely because he'll be busy choosing an outfit in the middle of thousands clothes he has. He kisses you on the cheek, catching you off guard. Oh! You blink a couple of times as he grins at you. I'll be there. You're just putting a hand over your cheek and not. That's well, okay. That's already like a lot, especially from your boss. That's good. See you then. You almost run as you make your way to the elevator, your heart betraying you and beating like you're running a marathon. This week isn't your week. In the past 2 years, you're able to keep your cool around your boss despite your growing feelings. Oh. And now it seems like everything is working against you. Even your boss. It seems like he's flirting intensified to a whole new level this week. You blame the central theme. Okay. Yeah, this is when he's like, bruh, you shouldn't have let him massage your back. Oh, wait, this is different. Fuck off. Fuck off. You mutter the words to yourself, turning away from him. What was that? You curse inwardly for a moment, but turn to face him again with a serious expression, your patience long gone. I said fuck off. His eyes flashed red for a second, his face contorting in anger. He breathes deeply and looks at you with cold, dead eyes that seem to go through your soul. I don't know what Mettaton sees in you. You open your mouth to tell him off, but the door is already closing. You lean on the bar near the mirror for support when an asshole. Inspecting your cheek, you can still see the faint mark of Mettaton's lipstick. That was close, too close. If Archie had found out that he'd slept on Mettaton's flat, he'd do everything to preserve the robot's image, and that means he'd convince the entire company to fire you on the spot. Spend the day teaching the choreography. This shouldn't be new. Darling, okay. Yeah, this isn't new either. Okay. I feel like the music got more silent on my side. I don't know why. Okay, this is chapter 5 now. Oh, okay, we're still here. Okay, now we're chapter 5. Okay, we're still gonna do the kiss thing, I guess. Oh wait, we're also gonna say yeah to doing the play with him. Sure. Sure, why not? Manson claps excitedly, the sound reverberating in the empty area. How wonderful! Come on, gorgeous. He grabs your hand and takes you to the middle of the stage. You chuckle as he lets go. What's the story about? So first of all, okay, same thing. Let's do mercenary this time. I don't think this choice matters. I want to be the mercenary. Wonderful choice, darling. Mettaton glances at his lines before looking back at you. Then at the scene, the lovers are hiding in an alcove, waiting for the kingdom's guards to stop looking for them. He beckons you with his hand. Come closer, beautiful. You breathe deeply. Is the music low? Oh, the music is low. Wait, what happened with the music? I wonder why it's slow now. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. It was loud like a while ago, but I see like it's low on the on OBS. I don't think I can really change it. Breathe deeply and do as he says, still trying to maintain a safe distance between you two. But it proves futile when Mettaton grabs your hand and pulls you even closer. He makes a dramatic, sorrowful expression as he looks at you. My love, what are we supposed to do? When in every corner there are eyes watching our movements, waiting for the moment to strike. You're so moved by his acting that it's only when he arches one brow at you that you notice he didn't tell you the lines. You whisper in a rush, I don't know the lines. Just improvise something. Mettaton whispers back and you test, searching your brain for something to say. You clear your throat and talk in your best theatrical voice. We should be careful for spying eyes, my dear. I don't want you to suffer the consequences of being seen with a mercenary like me. Vincent squeezes your hands. The others do not know what I feel deep in my chest. This ridiculous prohibition won't stop me from loving you. Your stomach does an annoying leap in these words, and you tell yourself he's acting, just acting. You should be called a thief, not a mercenary, my love, for you have robbed my heart. You smile at his cheesy line, trying not to let the smile transform into a chuckle. And you have enraptured mine in a way I cannot describe since the day we met. You lock your eyes with ease, putting more emotion in your voice. Even if this wretched kingdom forbids us from staying together, I'll always be by your side. You swallow dry, feeling like the lines hit a little too close to home. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Mettaton sighs and entwines his fingers with yours, making your eyes widen at the unexpected movement. But I'm willing to give up everything to be with you. There's something in these eyes so forceful that you have to look away for a moment, biting your lip. Are these lines really on the script? You're beginning to doubt it. A box falls from a pile behind you. The sound echoes through the empty venue, making you jump and let go of Mettaton's hand hastily. You look back and see the little white dog hiding again in a hurry. Mettaton didn't seem to notice it. You sigh internally. You were so immersed in making up lines for the play that you forgot you're in a busy venue where everyone could walk in and catch you both like this. Mettaton's still staring at you, his eyes unreadable, and you begin to fidget scratching your neck. The guards are getting closer, my dear. You must part ways now before they see you with me. Mettaton takes her hand again, and he's grasped and lays a kiss on top of it. Bro, second time! This is the second time he's kissed us. I'll agree with this for now, my loved one. But may I give you a farewell kiss as a proof of my undying love? You bite your lip hard. Is he being serious? Is this part of the play too? Yes! You smile, deciding to cooperate with the rehearsal. You may. Biting inside your cheek, you decide where he should kiss you. You smirk before puckering your lips jokingly. He's probably bluffing. He wouldn't kiss you just because of a rehearsal. You chuckle, but then your breath gets caught on your throat when Mettaton's lips touch yours. Your eyes widen in astonishment as his hands cup your face. You didn't imagine he'd do it! These lips are soft against your eyes, and your eyes start to flutter closed with Mettaton begins to pull back. Okay, this one's more on like him actually showing he wanted to kiss us. Okay, but you're not sure you wanted to stop this to stop now. Archie's gonna come here, and he's like, "What are you doing?" You grab his neck and pull him closer, earning a surprise hum from your boss. Mettaton smiles in the kiss and pulls you flush against him, kissing you harder as his hands keep you close. Sure. Mettaton! Okay. I can skip this. This shouldn't be in there either. And he knows that he's actually really angry at us because we told him to fuck off. Okay. I'm hoping I'm actually get a different ending from last time though. If I get the same ending, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back and try doing something different. I actually thought this game would be a lot shorter, but I guess not. I'm kind of glad it's a lot longer. As you finally leave the studio, the silence is one of hearing Mettaton. That all the happen. Okay. Nah, that makes it even worse if he was the noble. Because why would he like actually like kiss you and say like, oh, that's just part of the play? Bro, you don't do that. Especially if we're not an actor. Okay, this is the part where I'm not really sure who should go first. I think I have to go after Archie. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm wondering if there's also like playthroughs of this game on YouTube. I'm hoping there is as well. Let's follow Archie. I think that might be the right choice. Because he was really suspicious about getting the profiles of Mettaton's friends. Like, I know he's like the manager trying to like keep his image together, but there's something suspicious about what he's doing. Okay. Oh wait, this is different. Oh shit. There's a buzz of outside from the various reporters trying to find out more about what happened, since they probably saw the saboteur being arrested, but RGO1 and RGO2 are guarding the entrances. The employees gather everyone backstage and they circle around Mettaton ready to listen to him. Oh wait, maybe this isn't different? But the reporter saw. Oh, never mind. This isn't different. That was. Okay, dance with him. Okay. And that's... Okay, I better get a different ending. Oh god. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is the surprise. He gives you a piece of paper. You're surprised as I promised. He gasps, looking at the huge amount of money on the paycheck. Oh, this is the paycheck ending! You helped me immensely, and not only this week, but so I just think you deserve this raise, beautiful. You grin at him, still a little shocked at the surprise. You would never imagine this is what you'd get, especially after Mettaton's suggested remarks. Okay, so I guess it was just money. Thank you, boss. But the wistful expression he has in his eyes, you can feel there's something that Mettaton isn't telling you, but you can't imagine what it is. Mettaton! A reporter and a camera monster holding two cameras with their tentacles make their way to the robots. Can we have a word? Of course! He turns to you one last time. Go enjoy the surprise while you can, darling. We go back to work tomorrow. He leaves with the reporter and you wave at him. You can still feel the way your body reacts when Mettaton is close. And you can't deny that what you feel is more than admiration. But even if you feel a hint of disappointment that the surprise wasn't something else, like a confession or something similar, you know you can still be by his side. Unless Archie fucks it all up. You can work with him, with the perks that you don't need to be stressed about scandals or being fired. Hey Birds! We're going to celebrate the success of performance in a fancy restaurant. Do you want to come? You smile at your coworker, remembering Mettaton telling you to enjoy the surprise and put the paycheck in your pockets. Sure, let's go. The cold wind of the night hits your face when you exit, and you breathe deeply as you leave the venue with your coworkers ready to make the best of your nights. Is that it? Oh, what? That's like the okay, I don't know, I'm not satisfied. So at least I got a different ending. How do I get the ending where I end up with him? What am I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Maybe I had to do something with like picking who I was supposed to follow. Maybe let's try going after the guy who was sabotaging stuff. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay. How do I get the heart-to-heart ending? Oh, my bad. If I can't get it through here, maybe I might try finding a playthrough and see if how to get the other ending. Maybe. Okay, let's go this way. Okay. Dance, and then... Cat keeps chanting Mettaton. People can congratulate you as you pass, meeting you off with it. You smell them, but you don't see Mettaton anywhere. He looks like he's the last one to leave the stage. Someone from the publicity department runs past you. The ratings are amazing. We broke the record. You make your way through the commotion, receiving euphoric pats on the back and high fives as you go. Your feet come to a halt when you spot your boss. He's turning to his head around the crowd like he's looking for something. Mettaton, He turns to you and his expression lights up. With quick steps, you both get closer to the other. It was amazing, darling. Thank you so much. You don't have to thank me. You were perfect there. And the lyrics are perfect for the song. It was your first time hearing them, wasn't it? You were my inspiration to write them. Oh, okay. Really? There's a glint in his eyes that makes your stomach flutter. The song was about love, so can it be that he feels the same way about— Nah! He's gonna give us a paycheck, isn't he? Mettaton opens his mouth to speak when someone cuts him off. Mettaton! A reporter and a monster holding two cameras with their tentacles make their way to the robot. Can we have a word? Mettaton's eyes shine and he gives her his best pop star grin. Of course! He turns to you and whispers quickly, "Wait a moment, darling, I'll be right back." Oh, he didn't give us a paycheck! Okay, so this might be different. As he goes to talk with the reporter, you can see more and more journalists arriving. Mettaton won't come back anytime soon. Wait for a few minutes, but Mettaton keeps talking with the reporters. You try not to sigh in disappointment as he looks back from your boss. It seems that he has already forgotten about you and probably doesn't even remember the surprise. What? Hey Bird, someone calls your name and you turn around spotting one of your coworkers. We're going to celebrate the success of the performance in the fancy restaurant. Do you want to come? You glance at Mettaton, who's still talking silently with the reporters. He's not laugh carrying in your ears. You're torn, but maybe he can give you the surprise another day. Well, Psst. Quiet noise catches your attention and you turn around trying to find the source of it. You don't see anything and turn back to your coworker. I'd love to— Psst. You glance to the side and see Naps the bloke in the corner waiting for you. What could they want? You turn to your coworker again with a smile. Go on without me. Maybe I'll catch up later. Alright, see you. As your coworker leaves, Bluesky approaches you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's important. Oh, what is it, Bluesky? Follow me, please. Oh. Curiosity takes over your mind as you follow the ghost through the corridor. You have no idea what this is all about, but it seems important, so you stay silent. You arrive at the pink door that Bluesky goes through with ease. Bluesky? You open the door to get into the room with caution. This is— The pink walls and furniture don't leave doubt as to what this dressing room belongs to. Thank you, Bluesky. A familiar voice speaks behind you, and you turn around swiftly, seeing Mettaton entering the room. I'll take it from here. You should tell her before it's too late. Stop being so dramatic, Bluesky. Mettaton rolls his eyes, and you almost snort at the irony of Mettaton telling someone to stop being dramatic when he's the pure personification of drama. Bluesky just nods as he goes through the wall and disappears. Finally alone, darling. Bruh. Mettaton gives a seductive smile and you arch one brow at him. Is the interview over? The robot rolls his pink eyes, sighing. Not really, interrupted it. They never stop asking questions, darling. It's exhausting. And this is more important. He steps closer to you and you take some steps back. Yeah? You didn't think I forgot about the surprise, did you? You look away, keeping your mouth shut. I've been waiting for this for so long, I wanted to forget about it. He's got a paycheck. He grabs your hand, making you snap your head back to him. Now that you've been wanting for so long, do you want to know what it is? The paycheck, money. His smile has a hint of mischief in it. I know what it is. Sure. You just want to scream at him to tell you already, but you know Mettaton loves a little show and won't rush things. Yeah, I want to know. Very well. He gets closer to your ear and your heart does backflips in your chest with anticipation. Is it money? Okay, it's the romance band is over. Bruh, you did it because you want to be with MC. That's okay. I feel bad for those other employees though that did get banned. Besides Anthony and Jessica, or what? Yeah, they deserved it though. The romance ban is over. It's like someone threw a bucket of ice water on top of you. You give Mettaton a puzzled face as you let go of his hand. That's it? What, darling, don't you like it? Mettaton has a strange smile on his lips that you can't decipher. So this is the surprise. You cross your arms over your chest and disappointed fills your mind. Dude, why is there sad music? If the romance ban is over, you know what that means, right? For you? You know? For a brief moment, you thought he'd go declare your undying love for you or something. But that's why he said the romance spin is over, so he can probably say that to you later. With the way he was acting this week, but it didn't seem like they'd happen. I was expecting something else. You say quietly, your words almost a murmur. Mettaton hums. I thought you'd like it. Because I could because I can finally kiss you as much as I want without needing a person to do that. Your eyes wide and your breath getting caught in your throat. Did you hear him right? Mettaton then laughs he's all he soul. Oh darling, the look on your face is priceless. You're so shocked that you can't even get mad at him for mocking you. Are you serious? He nods and you shake your head in disbelief. So why did he lie about the scripts? Vincent sighs, passing a hand through his hair, the red highlights catching your attention. Bro, what about Archie? I know this is a bad time thinking about this, but what happened with Archie? If I told you the truth, it'd ruin the surprise, darling. You arch your one brow at him, his words making you even more confused. Mettaton chuckles. You see, love, when I told you about the surprise, it was just a bluff, beautiful, a silly hope that your heart felt the same as mine. So I actually took my time this week to make sure I knew how you felt. It all began with your reactions to making the choreography. I could hear your heartbeat from miles away, darling. Your eyes widened a fraction. Wait, he can hear your heartbeat? That means he already knew how much he affected you. Oh, it wasn't a surprise to him at all. Oh, how embarrassing. You want to dig a hole and never come out again. You're also kind of afraid to think of what other features Alpheus put in his body. That's true, that's kind of terrifying, Alpheus. So he can tell if people are lying too because of their heartbeat, right? Oh god. And your reactions only got better as the week went by, so I had the feeling that I was right. At the play, I made up my mind. He gives you a sly smirk, and you swallow dry, remembering what happened. And the way you kissed me was something else, darling. I was barely able to refrain myself from confessing right there. Don't bite your lip. Please don't bite your lip. We should definitely do it again sometime. You shake your head with a stunned chuckle, ignoring the heat on your cheeks. So you lifted the band just so you can kiss me. I feel bad for the other employees, no. There's other employees who got fired because of the ban. Ban's outdated. Anyway, I already know about the secret dating and the aggressive booing has stopped. I see no use to it anymore. Bro, what about Archie? Archie cares. Small smile lifts the corner of your lips. He didn't answer my question. Mettaton rolls his eyes at your insistence. Fine. Yes, darling, I also lifted the band so I could kiss you. Happy now? Mettaton then mutters, and you can barely hear him. Well, not just... Oh, what? No, you arch one eyebrow. What do you mean? I mean dating, darling. If you want, of course. You look at him with a serious expression for a moment, and then chuckle. Why is it the sad music again? Soon the chuckle turns into a full-blown laugh as the stress of the week leaves your body. What's so funny, darling? You rub your watery eyes. I've been worrying all this time that I couldn't show for you my feelings or you'd fire me. You shake your head with a grin. And now I know that you already knew about them. And also that you feel the same way. This is so crazy. Oh, darling, I'd never fire you. I don't you want to think that you work for me. I want you to work with me. He grabs your hand, and he's metallic one. You've enraptured my heart since the day we met. Didn't you say something like this at the rehearsal? You give a small nod. I feel the same. You feel a smile lift your lips. Did you mean it the words that you said that day? You remember the story, and now you can see how it much resembles yours and Mettaton's. Yeah, it was very on point, too. And now that you know he actually made the lines up, it all makes sense. Each one of them. He gets closer and holds your face with one hand, glancing at your lips. His gaze is gentle, but eager as he looks into your eyes. Can I? You nod, and Mettaton closes the distance between you, his lips touching yours for a second time this week. It's like the fourth kiss, right? But this time he doesn't hold back and soon pulls you closer to him, deepening the kiss as his hands make you stay flush against his body. You can hear his fans working fast and you smile on the kiss. Mettaton doesn't need to breathe, but you, on the contrary, do, and soon you have to pull away, chest heaving as oxygen fills your lungs again. Mettaton, he licks his lips, impatient to keep going, and you smirk. Are you sure this surprise is about what I have been wanting? He narrows his eyes before closing the small distance between you. No more talking. He captures your lips against again in a chance. Okay, I kind of wanna, like, this is great, this thing, they got together, yippee, move on. He's not speak. Oh god, okay. No. I'm coming busy, darling. Okay, what's happening? What, sir? The little white dog absorbed your Dior makeup kit. Yo! Toby Box! Mettaton raises his head in rage, expression contorting his features. He did what? Mettaton heads to the door with a quick, almost desperate strides. I'll be right back in a second, love. Don't go anywhere. He chuckles as he closes the door. Sighing happily, you aren't able to stop the grin stretching across your face. Why is there sad music? You're probably grinning from ear to ear, but you couldn't care less. Everything is finally falling into place. Oh, yeah, I was wondering, what happened with you? The door flies open and your heart stops for a moment as Archie appears in the doorway. Hey, what's up? What's up, Archie? He doesn't look happy to see you here. I knew you were up to something. Archie has a furious look in his eyes as he looks around the room. Who are you hooking up with? Pardon me? Your lips are all red. And I know that isn't your lipstick. You clench your fist, trying to control your anger, but this guy's pissing you off, and you're about to snap. Who the hell does he think he is to talk to you like this? It's none of your business. Of course it is. Don't you remember the ban? You grit your teeth, but Mettaton appears behind Archie and puts a hand on his shoulder. Archie, calm down. She's with me. But boss? Archie furrows his brows, and you can almost hear his brain working as he puts everything together. Did she force you into this? What? You clench your fists until your nails are digging into your palm. How dare he accuse you of something like that? Mettaton walks up to you and puts a hand on your shoulder, probably to stop you from doing something reckless, like punching Archie straight in the face. This was all very consensual, Archie. But boss, the ban. I lifted the ban. You what? I lifted it. There's no need for you to worry like this. Of course there's a need to worry. Your image could be ruined. This could cause a scandal. Mettaton sighs. You don't know how he has this amount of patience. I know you're doing your job, Archie, but it's okay. But I'll do anything to be with her. Okay. Mettaton interrupts the man, interlacing his fingers with yours. He looks at you with a warm gaze, and you feel your body relax, your fists loosening up. And that's the fame, without a little scandal here and there. He laughs, and Archie looks at him with a horrified look on his face. Let's go, love. Mettaton heads out to the door, pulling you along with him. Don't stress out too much, Archie. Go celebrate the success of the performance. The robot waves his hand at his image consultant, who's still glued to the spot. Toodles! You look back at Archie with a smug smirk. He narrows his eyes at you, and you swear they glow red. But a second later, he shakes his head and looks around in confusion, as if he just woke up from a dream, and the red is gone. Oh, was someone controlling him? Mettaton keeps pulling on your hand as you walk through the corridor. Some employees turn to look at you as you pass, and you focus on Mettaton, ignoring the curious looks. Oh, where are you going? Where are we going? My flat, of course. But, okay. You arch one brow at him playfully. Can I ask why? I think we desperately need to have a heart and heart, darling. And I'm not talking about fighting. What? You stare at him with your eyes, your eyebrows, but he just laughs, putting his arm around your waist and pulling you to him. You huff. Whatever you say, boss. You put emphasis on the last word and smirk when his heart lights up for a moment. We're not going to make it if you keep doing this. Alright. Stay quiet. We don't have Mettaton as a choice, okay? Boss. Mettaton narrows his eyes, his hand tightening in the grip of your waist. You're terrible, he whispers in your ear. Just been. Oh my god. Okay. You let go a nervous laugh at the implication, your heart beating faster, and hug his waist as he pulls you closer to him. Okay. Is there more? Okay. You look and walk together into Mettaton's pink limo to focus on each other, to worry about this looking. And even if someone spots you getting to his car, the way he smiles at you makes you forget about everything else. You can't believe this all started because of a simple dance. You glance at Mettaton by your side and smile, and hopefully there will be many more dances with this beautiful robot in the future. Yay! We did it! We got the last ending! The last one. Okay. I guess that's the end of that game. That is like I think the longest game I've actually played from khywae. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Oh my gosh, I just realized I was muted the whole time. Bro, oh my gosh. I guess I gotta repeat everything I said again. But, I really enjoyed this game. I really, really enjoyed this game. Especially, like, one of the parts... Actually, let's just switch here. One of the parts that I really liked about this game was how structured the story was. Especially with, like, your relationship with you and METTATON was really... I think that was really, really good. One thing I was kind of confused about. Well, not really confused about. It was more of like, I feel like this should have been more resolved. What was happening with Archie? I feel like there was supposed to be something important happening to Archie because his eyes were turning red, and I was wondering, is he like a shapeshifter monster or was he being possessed? Because they said that he sounded like he woke up from a dream, but yeah, well, we don't really know. That was never really resolved. I wish that was something that was resolved though, because it felt like that was open ended. I thought the characters were alright. I liked METTATON. I actually really liked METTATON in this game. The dating sim with METTATON is so fitting. It's very fitting, and it actually really fits with this game. And I also really do love the art and the mentions about the characters from Undertale, the small mentions. I really enjoyed that. I really liked that. I did wish that we did get to see Alpheus, or at least Frisk, but I guess not. This is mainly just a METTATON base game as him as an idol, and he's like Idol Corporation. Sure, that makes sense that we don't get to see them. And I'm glad METTATON made an appearance as like a DJ. That really fits them really well. So yeah. But yeah, this is probably my favorite game made by this creator. Like, even I like this more than the Silas game, because I feel like with the Silas game, I think it was kind of too short for me, and I wish there was like more structure to the story compared to this game. But I really like this one. This one's probably my favorite one out of the 4 I've played from this creator. But yeah, that is it from Dancing with a Beautiful Robot. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming another game. I'm going to start Ace Attorney. So if you guys are interested, I guess you guys can check it out around the same time that I usually stream. I also probably will post an announcement on Twitter and Bluesky, so keep that in check if you guys are on those platforms. Okay, I am going to go head out right now. Hope you guys have a good day or good night wherever you are. Bye!